Is everybody ready to go?
Whew, yeah, let's do it. Let's jump into Barovia, shall we?
Is Ren ready?
Take me down to Barovia where the people are vampires and something's fucky.
So,
Sky is gray.
last session, you all had finished investigating and dealing with Fidotov Manor, where you managed to successfully change, I guess would be the word, the manor, after the events that you had witnessed earlier in the
Decursify
evening.
is the word I like to use.
Yes, that's an apt word, decursify. And Lady Fidotov did promise you all that she would aid the town of Kresk as well as keep your other interests in mind for the moment.
Can you remind us what those interests were?
Basically aiding you guys in a more general sense.
Okay. That's right. But she's got access. She's got some connections. She's got some royal connections. She doesn't feel super connected to Strahd, and she might choose to aid us if we can prove ourselves. That's right. Okay.
After that, you all headed and returned to Kresk, where you talked to Dimitri for a little bit. And now, and after that, you heard a sharp knock at the door, and when you opened the door, you saw a figure standing beneath a tree a little ways away from the cottage. And as you approached, the figure lifted up their hood and revealed themselves to be Sasha, which is where we left off and where we will start this session.
Nice.
She kind of looks you all and over and goes, "It's good to see you all."
Yeah.
Wow.
And that you take notice that she is carrying a fairly decently sized satchel on her side.
And then a 15-foot spell appeared in front of us.
All right. Yep. That's supposed to be Zone of Truth.
Oh, well, I was hoping. Are you doing it immediately?
You know what?
I was gonna suggest somebody see invisibility.
I was hoping we could talk in if you didn't.
We
mind.
just finished a short rest. Yeah, I've got all my spells, right?
A long rest, you mean? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think see invisibility is a pretty smart thing to do here. So
Yep.
it's a 1
Why
hour
do I have a
spell,
little-
right? Okay.
Oh, I have a little hide name button. That's cute.
You're using.
I'm gonna cast this now. Yep.
Okay.
And Ren puts his hand on Kilvin's shoulder and say, wait. There are safer places.
You look around Tux and you don't see any sort of sensor or anything like that.
Okay. Do I notice any other people here?
Like in an ethereal sense?
Ethereal
you don't
sense,
see any
regular
you don't-
sense, dark
you don't
gnome,
see
dark
any-
vision sense.
You don't see anything out of
Okay.
the ordinary now.
Okay, cool.
I whispered to Tux, is she wearing anything magic?
Well, just see invisibility. If you want to wait out here for 10 minutes, if you want to
Exactly.
ritual cast it, or you can just cast it in 6 seconds if you want.
That's another concentration spell, so that would break my see invisibility. I think I'm gonna hold on to this.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. And she says, I was hoping we could speak inside if you don't mind.
I'm sorry, where were we? We're like out. She's in Kresk, right? Like somebody let
Yeah,
her in.
and you guys are outside.
There was a
Ren-
knock on the door. I opened the door, and then I saw
Yeah.
over in the forest there she was, and she says she wants to
Ren-
come inside now. Right?
Ren looks at Sasha and goes, "How the fuck did you get in past the guards at the wall?"
Well, there's not many of them, and I climbed over. And you see she kind of...
with your
brand-
hands.
Well, she brandishes her arm, which you'd see does end in very sharp claws.
Yeah, she's a vampire. She can
You
take
stuck
care of
your
herself.
Nails into the wall.
What are you doing here?
Probably.
Strahd surely would be chasing after you.
We vampire spawn and vampires in general have a innate climbing ability, I guess you could say.
Sure, yeah, but also
Fuck
Strahd.
it. It just makes as much sense as everything else.
Okay, whatever. Just come inside. Let's go inside.
Get her inside. Or please come in, Ren invites her.
Yeah, so you do see as you all enter, and she kind of walks behind you and waits at the doorway and just kind of stares at you all.
Oh, right.
Wait, you're a vampire?
You may come inside, Sasha.
And you see she steps in, and she looks pretty nervous, and she goes and sits down at a table that you guys have been eating at while you're here.
Ren pipes up just real quick because he's honestly curious. He asks Sasha, so if we revoke your permission to come into the house, do you like fly through the wall or is it permanent?
I am not sure. I believe as long as the intent exists.
You are no longer allowed in this house.
We're testing it.
Is that what are you?
No, okay.
No,
Do you mind
she'll
if we
fly through the wall.
test it?
Well, I have no idea actually what happens.
Oh my god.
I think
So-
she's allowed in until she leaves, and then she's not allowed back in afterwards.
She's gonna say, well, once I'm in until I leave, then it still applies.
Okay, so we have to force her out.
You mean you don't blast a hole in the wall? Damn.
But you got into Kresk, so it doesn't apply to towns.
Well,
Only
I
applies to
mean, it
buildings.
applies to specific residences. The town is, I mean, it's too loose, I guess, a definition. For example, things like inns and taverns we can enter,
Really?
as the amount of people that move in and out of them makes the
Yeah, it's not.
definition of residence.
Yeah.
That makes
Not
sense.
owned by
Okay,
one person.
interesting.
Okay.
Churches.
Anyway, we're not discussing magical metaphysics.
More important things. Why are you here?
Well, this may shock you to hear, but Strahd actually sent me himself.
I knew it! Ren pulls a dagger.
Wait. He said that he didn't see, after the unfortunate end to 2 villagers in the town, he said that he didn't see any point in sneaking around you all anymore, at least for the time being.
I
So
don't
he
believe that
said-
for a goddamn second,
So
but
he
if-
sent
hope it's
me.
true.
He said to come and watch you all.
Oh, so you're the replacement spy.
Yes,
Ren-
but
Ren-
not spy. He specifically said to make my presence known.
Ren
And he
just puts a
You're still
finger
a
to
spy,
his
though.
And
Ren puts a finger to his mouth and is like, "What villagers?"
she goes, he also wanted me to ask you all something.
Okay.
Said he wants to know if he should come as himself or under the guise of Vasily to not stir up the town. Said the choice is your all.
That's
Oh,
interesting.
How polite.
That is interesting.
Wait a
Anyway.
minute. You mean Strahd is Vasily? Wait a minute.
Oh my god!
I turn around and I slap Ren. I say, "Get yourself together, man." Fuck, that's a good question. Do
What
we?
is the
Well, let's
purpose
deal with
of
it. Let's
this
deal with it
meeting?
later.
Well, we are okay. Well,
And
yeah.
she kind of looks around. We're not being watched, correct?
Not unless
Alright.
Strahd can see through you.
Do I notice anybody listening in from the inside the house?
Make a perception check.
Oh, there might be some kids.
Yeah. Any kids listening in, or Dimitri specifically?
They'd
Ren
be
goes
easy
to
to
the door.
detect.
Get off my lawn, you damn kids.
Are you not proficient in perception?
But no.
Oh, okay. As you look around, and you're pretty certain that nobody is watching. Like, you think, I mean, other than you might hear, if you're listening really closely, you hear like Dimitri maybe walking in his room or something. But other than that, you don't hear anything out of the ordinary.
I say, just out of curiosity, I don't know vampires super well, but Strahd can't look or see through you, can he?
Not that I'm aware of, unless, I don't know, maybe magic's involved. But
Okay.
I don't know much about magic.
Sure, yeah. That's fair. I say, looking to the group.
And she says, but he doesn't know that I have these. And you see she brings the bag onto the table and opens it.
Oh, so Ren takes one look at literally whatever is in that bag and turns to the group and says, "Okay, so Strahd knows she has these."
Yeah.
And she pulls out a piece of leather, Raidriar, that you recognize. Kilvin, some of your beard hair that you had missed. Ren, your hair. And she also pulls out a Clockwork Strahd toy.
Hey,
Excuse me?
I made that.
Oh.
I did some searching like you asked, and I found where he, watches you all from. It's kind of weird.
You mean Strahd was watching us
He used
this whole time?
I found these next to a pool, a bathtub filled with blood.
Disgusting.
What?
Next to a bathtub filled with
That's
blood.
fitting, I suppose.
Oh my god, does he soak in it while he watches us? That's disgusting.
Ew.
Oh,
Irina isn't. Irina's still alive, right?
Yeah.
I imagine.
I actually
I didn't know if that
talked
was
to
her
She-
blood or not. Okay.
She actually helped me get these.
Excellent.
Good for her. How's she doing? Enjoying the new location?
Doing all right. It's funny actually that this pool of blood is actually in a room directly attached to his private chambers where Irina stays a lot.
Hmm.
And this is where he scries from, right in his chambers or the room next to it.
I don't know much about magic, but if this scry thing is how he watches you, then I'd assume so.
Hmm.
Okay.
I don't know much about magic either, but I feel like thank you for getting these, but there's no way on earth he doesn't know you have them.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
Should we just go
Even
ahead
if
and
you
burn
were
it all
sneaky.
now?
Yep.
Can you remind me what all is here? There's the Clockwork Strahd.
Beard hair, leather, and
Ren
hair.
Yeah.
Wow, she
Is
wait, she
Rin's
got
here?
everything?
That we know of.
So he can't
think I
scry
got
on us right
one.
now, hypothetically.
No, he
he
can still
can't.
do it.
But
It's just harder.
It's just possible for him to fail.
But we also got to know him at the dinner, so that helps.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Now it's a -5 instead of a -10, I think.
Mm.
Technically speaking.
Irina said that she was working on looking through the castle and trying to come up with things that might be able to replace these so that Strahd isn't, surprised when they're not there. Apparently
really?
he's off dealing with something at the moment, but
Do you know where he is?
Cardinal
no,
direction even?
not
Cardinal
really,
direction.
but it seemed important.
Did he use the
Huh.
teleporter?
I don't know. I don't watch him.
What else do you have to do?
Well, actually, he only recently let me out of my crypt. He was pretty upset about what happened at the castle.
Oh. Ren kind of rubs his shoulder.
I say it
Yeah.
could have been a little bit worse for him.
Has he been spending time in his study?
I mean, he does that normally. I don't really know what's out of the ordinary.
Hmm.
Like I said,
Okay.
I really have been locked away a long time.
Right. Okay.
And
Sorry
you
about
see
that.
he's
But at
kind
least
of
you're
like-
on vacation now.
So, I mean, I did what you asked me to do.
Yes, you did.
That.
You want a pat?
Thank you.
Want a pat on the head? I
But
pat her on the head.
She went through a lot to get this, guys. Come on.
I just want to make sure that
Why
at
am I being
end
the
of-
empathetic one right now?
at the end of all this, I'm gonna survive.
Am I
At the
still
very
patting her on the head?
As all, if you are not secretly on Strahd's side, at the very least, you will survive.
Wait, what
Guarantee
happened? What happens to vampire spawn when you kill their vampire?
Keeping a vampire spawn.
I'm not sure. Honestly.
Are you a spawn or are you a full vampire at this point?
She's a spawn. They're all spawn. We figured that out earlier when we talked to Esmeralda about it.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Was Raidriar not there?
I
Or
don't
his mind
remember.
might not have been there. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I guess should we
Welcome.
just do a
Welcome
quick
to Kresk.
quick little
I'll hang out mostly in the woods during the day. I won't bother you all. I don't want to put anyone at risk. But and you see she kind of squirms a little bit, and she goes, sorry, this is really awkward to say / ask. I'm really hungry. Like really, really hungry.
does animal
Oh.
blood work for you?
Honestly, that's like comparing stale bread to a fine cake.
Snow, can I ask you a question in the whisper chat just real quick?
Yeah.
What do you think he's asking?
Oh no, that worries me.
I guess I'd look to the group and I ask, any takers?
Or, I mean, if there's a villager you don't like,
Is there anyone we don't like?
Kilvin, can you create blood?
No, but Kilvin does peel off a gauntlet and offer his arm.
Wow, what a nice guy.
Well, hang on.
Now, he's going to look her hard in the eye, casting a zone of truth underneath our feet.
okay.
And then, does she fail to save?
Yes.
Okay. You will help us defeat Strahd at risk of your own life.
To the best of my ability.
Can you think of any way in which Strahd is actually able to gain the upper hand through your coming here?
And he can control you in any way.
Oh. Well, I mean, Spawn have to... I mean, we can't disobey a command, but that doesn't mean we can't do things on our own. I
see.
Anastasia did all that work, apparently, with the winery, without Strahd even knowing.
Okay.
As long as he doesn't know, we're okay.
Cool.
But as soon as he finds out...
We are
Okay,
goofed.
well. I like
Well,
everybody else, and I say I can live with that.
I can live with that too.
Is Tux in the zone of truth?
Hmm?
Is Tux in the zone of truth?
Yeah, we're all on all of us.
Okay. Tux, can you see anything through see invisibility?
I really cannot.
He
Okay.
is telling the truth.
Okay. Trust but verify.
Ren holds up a finger and goes, Kilvin, I'm fine with you feeding yourself to our new friend, but I would suggest just making a little slice with a knife and letting her drink as opposed to taking the bite.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
is
fair
there
point.
going to be any adverse effects from this?
I mean... I really would like to bite, if that's okay.
Oh, you're one of
Why?
those.
Is
man.
it different?
I'm pretty sure it's got a connotation attached to
A
it.
bite, we confirmed with Esmeralda that a bite alone doesn't do anything. You have to die through a bite in order to become a vampire spawn. So this should
but
be
you
a safe
gotta,
procedure.
But he might take some necrotic damage or something.
And if
It doesn't
anyone
matter.
can handle a vampire biting them, it's Kilvin.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. All right, good luck, friend. If you turn into a vampire, we'll try to kill you, but probably won't be able to hit you.
So she bites down on your arm, and you feel your blood start to being drained. And so go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw. So first of all, you just take 1 point of damage from just piercing damage from the bite.
Oh,
Okay.
Not a good time for that.
You do take 11 points of necrotic damage,
Mhm.
and your max HP is reduced by that amount.
Okay.
Until you feel like if you get a good rest in, you'll probably have your strength back up.
That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I can live with that. I guess I'll have the second most hit points, so that's fine.
you don't. Who needs hit points when you don't take damage?
Also true.
Okay. How are you feeling,
All
Sasha?
right.
A lot better. And Kilvin, that's the truth. Oh, go ahead and make your constitution, another constitution saving throw to hold concentration on Zone of Truth.
Oh yeah, you took damage, Benny.
Oh,
There we go.
that's still-
Now I
There's
get
the
it.
big,
Jesus.
there's the big rolls. Funny.
Oh well.
Well, Ren says, well, Sasha, do you have any disguising capabilities so that you can be in and around town? We don't mind to say that you're from Vallaki visiting for a short time, but people might freak out if they see, and Ren wiggles his fingers, indicating her claws.
That's what I figured. I can stay hidden, don't worry.
If you say so.
Ooh, also, can you think of some sort of like signal you can covertly give us in case you're doing something or like Strahd is actively controlling you or giving you a command? Like something where Strahd wouldn't think to tell you not to do it, but you could still give us a signal.
I don't know off the top of my head, but if there's something you'd like me to do...
I hold my hand in a peace sign, 2 fingers out, and I say, if you're under Strahd's command, or you're under some control where you're acting against your will to harm us, can you throw up this signal? Just to let us know?
Call one of us dude.
Don't... I think the hand signal's enough, but, if you want to say dude too, if you want to throw that in for some spice, that's good.
All right.
Oh,
That way we know we can at least trust you when you speak to us.
And you see she copies you and for the first time cracks a little bit of a smile.
Aw.
Sounds good.
Ooh, secret code. It's like we're in a club. All right. What time is it, Snow?
It's pretty late at this point.
Oh yeah, we just got back. That's right.
Honestly,
um,
I don't mind getting ready for bed and re-preparing my spell list.
Yeah,
I think
She
that's probably
goes. He does expect an answer about the Vasily thing.
Oh yeah, we should talk about that. Okay.
We're
so
probably we have to talk to the town as well.
where we want to show the town that we oppose Strahd, and if Strahd wants to come here and at least make it look like we're actually not on great terms with Strahd. I don't know. Maybe it might be a better look if Strahd came and we...
I want to ask Sasha this. Do you know anything about what this meeting is intended for? What we got from Anastasia was not very...
Yeah, clearly
Direct.
he already knows what's going on in the town since you're here, so...
Honestly, I am not one to try to understand that man's motivations.
It might be
think
hard for you to
what we were-
understand too, since you're locked away all the time. Like, that makes sense.
So when we were talking on Discord, I think we were easing towards just kind of having Strahd, like, giving him the red carpet, but like not the super red carpet, like the shabby red carpet.
We're giving him the red carpet. We're allowing him to see whatever he wants, but we're going to keep a close eye on him to make sure he doesn't, like, leave any traps, leave any spells, like...
Right. But we were gonna tell the village, like, hey, Strahd's coming.
Yeah,
we're gonna roll out some red carpet for him. We don't like it, but he's coming nonetheless. So I think him coming as Strahd is fine.
He's also giving us an out if we want to go Vasily and just ignore that problem entirely.
I think it sounds fun to try to get the.
But I
town
don't
to
know
meet
if
up,
it's...
I don't
it might
know.
be long-term worthwhile to have him outed. Like, just to have him make a face, but I don't know.
The thing, I'm not exactly sure how it hurts us for them to see Strahd. I'm not sure how it helps us for them to not see Strahd. Like, I feel like
I agree.
easier.
I don't see any drawbacks right now. I'm like trying to think of any.
I vote Strahd. I vote he comes as himself.
Me too.
Is there
Yep, I'm fine with that.
anything else? She kind of says slyly, you want me to tell Strahd?
Nah, I can't think of anything.
Let's see.
Ren looks at Sasha again, having a small epiphany, and goes, do you have to tell him things he doesn't ask about?
If we have any information Strahd needs to know, we'll let him know. Or we'll get it to you. Doesn't seem like we have anything right now.
Does
false
she have to
information.
say things that he doesn't ask about?
She said he was to report back everything, right? You said you were supposed to report everything to him?
He's just said observe. He didn't.
What?
I don't really know what that means.
Okay,
or-
yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so
So if we want to tell him something that we're not doing, to give us
Tell-
some time.
Make sure that you mention that Ren's eyes are blue. Just toss that in there.
do we have any questions for Strahd?
Will do.
Not through Sasha.
Why are you such a bitch?
Oof, big oof.
Wait,
No, I don't have any questions.
What? Sasha?
wait, was that to me?
No,
No.
towards Strahd.
That was towards Strahd.
Oh, I agree.
You've been a pretty good friend. You've been a really great friend, Sasha. You've been very
Aw.
helpful.
Funny.
We wish we had more to tell you.
Well, no, what can we like? What our next step is? What Argynvost?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the way I planned it out from what I was trying to feel out with the scheduling was that you guys were gonna wait here and do a
until
few things.
Esmeralda, until Esmeralda
Well,
comes back, basically.
Yeah. Well, yes and yeah. Okay. Yep. So, okay, sounds good.
Yeah. So my point being is, do we want him to know that, or do we want to tell him something else so he's not looking for us there?
Well, we might not go until after the meeting, and it doesn't sound like Strahd plans on keeping tabs on us, so...
Well, no, but we could have him. We can set this up now. Have it make whispers of plans we are making, so he has an idea.
Why would we want Strahd to know our plans?
Fake plans.
Oh, okay.
Ren
Sorry.
thinks that sounds too
Give
complicated.
him fake
I feel like-
plans.
Tux
Yeah,
is
I feel
tired.
like-
Sorry. No,
we can suss that out later, maybe. Let's just tell
Okay.
Sasha nothing for now.
you don't mind
Okay.
hanging out outside Kresk, right? We can send you a signal if we
yes,
need to talk to you.
I'm gonna stay in the woods nearby, to the west.
Okay.
Are there woods inside the town? Or...
No, she was like standing sort of like it was just like a tree that was in the town.
Okay.
Like
And I assume you plan on keeping tabs on us as a bat or something, correct?
I can't turn into. No, that's far beyond my capabilities.
Oh, really? Okay. How do you plan on observing us then?
I mean, I'll just check in with you guys. He didn't make it seem like I was supposed to be super secretive about it.
Fair enough.
And honestly, the fact that I can even talk about it like that makes me think that's what his intent was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
he
letting
is-
us know he's watching.
He's showing us a level of trust, I guess.
Good. Sounds good. Cool
Well-
beans.
Okay.
She kind of stands up and looks at you, Kilvin, and goes, "Thank you a lot.
Don't make me regret it.
I'll do my best." And she will start walking towards the door, exit, and give you all a nod as she puts her hood back up and walks away.
Okay.
Before
Real
you go,
quick.
can I pull out some fake hair out of my disguise kit?
Yeah.
Maybe you can... I'll let's see, I'm sure I've got some
Let's
props
send these
here.
with the Raven to Irina.
Okay, that's some decent hair. There, I hand some fake hair, maybe a prop or something to help her replace the stuff that was stolen from him just now.
Do you have another one of those clockwork toys?
You know,
Shouldn't we send
You
this
can-
stuff
can't
on
you-
a Raven?
why not keep that toy?
Well,
I-
I figured he was using it to watch you all. It was by the pool with the other items.
That's a
Don't
good
really
point.
give her anything, because anything you give her is something he can use.
Why would he?
really?
Why? How would he be able to see us through a toy I made?
Is that something you owned?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well
It
then,
doesn't have to be like a part of your body, I don't think.
Well, we had a clockwork toy that we could have used as a replacement, but that's long gone.
did we?
We could have given her Piddlewink.
Oh.
It's your problem now.
Yeah. Okay. Can I?
Just so you know, in case it wasn't clear, Tux, you recognize the clockwork Strahd as one of the ones you've made.
Yeah. I recognize
just
that.
making
I
sure.
just didn't realize. I thought it had to be through DNA, not through like a toy I had.
Make an Arcana check.
Sure.
These people don't know what DNA is.
You know there's differences in the spell, but you're not really sure, you're not very familiar with it.
Okay, well, can I go into the kids' room while they're sleeping and snag a toy?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Or I tell Ren to, because he's the sneaky one.
Ren sneaks into the room and gets like a toy off a shelf or a little bauble or something.
Literally stealing toys from children.
That's my life now.
You know what?
Barovia do to ya.
If that's what it takes to take down Strahd, then, you know.
Okay. You give her the toy and she takes it.
Ren asks the group, should one of us go with her to where she's going so we know where you're hanging out, or...
Have fun, Ren.
I'll go.
Oh, there's a reason to. Okay.
Okay. You're following her, Ren?
I mean, with her.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not creeping on her.
Let's go in the whisper chat then.
He's just following her?
Yeah, well, going
He
with
just
her
wants to see where
wherever
she
she's
is,
going.
like lead her back. You know, he's walking her home like a gentleman.
Okay.
Much. Walking to her little hovel in the woods, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
This button.
I wonder what they're gonna find. Shit. Sorry, I'm working on something else. This is, you know what? I'm gonna write down to cut this part out of the video because we just went silent for like 2 minutes.
Yep.
What are you guys thinking?
We gotta go talk to Sergey, ask him how to hide him. But Strahd just walks around. And he's inevitably gonna see it.
I mean, he would have already known about it, wouldn't he?
I don't think he does know.
We're back.
Okay. You walk
looking, Ren.
later. Ren returns. But Ren, as you're entering the cottage, a raven drops a letter conveniently right in your hands.
Yeah. A letter? What's that letter say?
Do you see the...
Oh, okay. It's your spies.
Nice. Okay, I'll read it then. It says, Ren, thanks for the payment. I think we'll be fine for now as we have managed to land jobs. We're both part of the group rebuilding the Burgomaster's mansion for Lady Watchter. We managed to get some good eyes on her as she comes to review the construction quite often. As of late, the only noteworthy thing to report is that it seems a woman in a bright red dress has been seen side by side with Lady Watchter since we have arrived. They are always escorted by a group of armored guards. Okay, so that means that the red vampire spawn is in Vallaki.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And
we knew they were
Astrasia
together.
is side by side with Lady Watchter right now.
Yeah, which we knew that already, but it's confirming.
That's true.
Okay, well...
Ren pockets the note and says, I'll let them know any developments.
Well, this is quite interesting, because now when we talk to Rickton, we could say, hey, we know Strahd's out, Saucer's out, and Anastrasia's out. That leaves only Valenta and...
Ludmilla.
And then what was his name? The last
Rin's bow in the castle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
So we could say...
Bow.
So I could give him some information on how strong they are. Maybe he could take one out. Oh, Rahadin, too. I believe I did know your enemy on all of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He did.
Okay, when we send that letter, I'll do a vague in-world lore approximation of whatever that information is.
Sounds good.
Okay. I might actually message you after the session to get a little bit more detail on that.
Okay.
Because you guys technically have a decent amount of time here. But anyways, so anything else people want to do before?
So we just long rested, right? And Tux is only down like one spell, yeah?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
2 spells.
Okay, since Ren's... If I stay up all night, am I going to take a point of exhaustion tomorrow?
Con save, right?
Yeah, it's a con save.
But I would get the point of exhaustion at the end of the day, and then we would long rest,
Yeah.
ideally. Okay, then I'm going to get on the roof and keep watch for the night since we just long rested.
Okay.
Wait, Rin, did you see anything while you were out?
No, I noted down where Sasha is staying. She told me that she's going to be contacting Strahd via bat, just like the previous quote-unquote spies. And I told her that if she needs anything to let us know.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna go talk to Sergey.
It is pretty late if you still want to... I mean,
Just
if you
a
want to do...
Quick question for him.
Okay.
Gonna go, hey, Strahd's gonna be here in several days, and he's gonna be entering the city and taking a look around. Is there any way we should hide you, or...
I'll do my best to keep my presence down, as you could say, from... But anything you could do to keep him from coming here, the farther away, the better. But I
Okay.
don't believe it will be an issue, hopefully.
Okay. We'll do our best.
I can't cast the same spell if it's a concentration spell. I can't cast two of them at the same time, can I?
No, you cannot.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Go
Is
ahead.
anything-
Yeah.
anything
I do
else,
want to do one
Raidriar?
last thing.
I also want to do one thing, but it's more.
Okay, so Ren's up on the roof. Raidriar, are you heading back after that?
Yeah. Can I try to call a raven?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Raven comes.
Okay. Can you understand what I'm saying, Raven? Is that a yes? Do I feel like that's a yes?
Three yes, twice for no.
Handling check.
Can you
Animal
insight check
handling?
a raven? Please.
I mean, it's a bird. It responded after you talked, but you're not sure what the response exactly was.
All right. If you can, Sasha's gonna be sending some bats. If it's possible to see what the messages say without interfering or making it obvious that you're interfering, go for it and let us know. If not, don't worry about it.
Well, I have a note about that.
Have a good one.
I believe that when so I would have told you all this when I encountered the previous two spies. They were talking to the bat, not sending a message with it.
Oh yeah. Okay. So what Red said. Just listen in if it's
Rin, did you
possible.
hear what the message was?
Okay.
No, I killed the bat from outside.
Are you serious?
I mean, I couldn't hear it. I think I made a check to try to hear it through the window, but I didn't really hear what they were saying.
Wait, you killed the
killed-
bat that Sasha was trying to talk to?
No.
No, the one from
No.
before.
Oh, okay, okay,
Before.
Okay.
The two that committed suicide,
Um,
they killed their bat.
okay.
So, okay. Kilvin, you doing anything?
So that wood I clicked earlier, I want to fabricate into like a 10 by 10 cube house.
Okay.
You're creating a house?
I didn't. Yeah, fabricate. You convert raw materials and the products of the same material or wooden bridge from a clump of trees. Are you going to take most of the night gathering materials here?
Well, no, that's why I gathered the wood in the last session.
Oh,
or
yeah.
session 4. I
Yeah.
just wanted to collect a bunch of wood.
Okay, yeah, I'd say you
we
would have
building a
been able to
house?
gather
Cool.
enough. So it's a 10 by 10 foot
Yeah.
home.
It
At
has,
least the frame, or yeah, go ahead and
It's a
describe
very
it.
fucking small home, but
okay, it's 1/4 of a home. Okay, it's gonna be 4 rooms that are 10 by 10 each. It'll be a 20 by 20 apartment, if you will.
okay.
Except for us.
Yeah.
We can
That's
live in an
adorable. I
apartment.
love it.
Who's going to be the
it-
landlord?
All right, so can you describe
You
this?
find a small little space there. There's not too
Yeah.
much room around here.
So I've got 20 square feet. That's all I need.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I have 3 doors. Just kind of a wooden log cabin-esque thing
Gotcha.
with a slanted roof.
Hey,
Okay.
let's stay in Dimitri's home tonight, though. Can you
Yeah,
describe
no, it's not
Dimitri's
done.
home? Like, it's a one-story with a bunch of rooms. There's one room with kids, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then there's one room with Dimitri,
It's a
and then one
decently
guest
sized, like,
room.
branch, yeah. Yeah, there's a room. There's a room where Isaac and Myrtle have been staying. There's a room where Dimitri's been staying. He had like a side room that was more of like a lounge / sitting area. That's where the kids are staying.
Is
And
Dimitri
then
in his
you
room
guys
right
have
now?
a bedroom. Yeah.
Okay. Is his window open?
I mean, are you walking outside and looking?
Yeah. While we're outside, I wanted to see.
Well, Raidriar was the only one who left.
I'll leave with Raidriar and take a look outside.
Okay. You look at the window, it's closed.
Okay.
All right.
Should we... I guess as we're walking, Raidriar and I are walking back, I said, should we interrogate him or investigate him or investigate then interrogate?
Dimitri?
Yeah.
Why is he suspicious?
We think that he's potentially the one that could have caused the curse on that house that we just lifted. Like, he could have had something to do with that. He was very coy about it when we last talked to him today. If this guy is more dangerous than he lets on, if he knows more than he lets on, maybe... What if he turns on us? If we want to rule Kresk, we need to know everything we can about Dimitri.
Ren's always down for torture.
For the time being, let's leave it alone, at least until after Strahd visits, so that he's not inclined to out us when we say that he's the actual ruler.
Okay. Well, what if he turns on us when Strahd gets here? I guess that's really my big concern. Like, if we tell Dimitri on the low that we're the leaders, but we're going to say for publicity he's the leader, what's to stop him from being like, nah, fuck these guys, kill him, I'm the leader? Or, like, what if he turns on us, I guess? Who knows?
What's Strahd gonna do to us? If that's the case.
Dimitri could tell Strahd that we're lying.
We can always just know the truth.
What stops him at any point?
I just want to know how loyal Dimitri is, because he needs to be in on this lie if we're going to try to lie to Strahd.
So let's not arouse his suspicions by questioning him right now.
Yeah. Also, we're not technically lying. I mean, Dimitri is still technically in charge. He kind of like runs the town and shit because he's the one that knows how.
Just keep in
Yeah,
mind,
I haven't had a
also,
single form.
Dimitri
laid on my
is
lap.
still not aware that Strahd is coming.
Oh yeah, we haven't.
Dimitri is aware that
he's.
he's the leader right now, and we're kind of taking charge from the shadows, right?
I mean, he gets
We're
that
just-
sense.
We're the heroes. We're just heroes.
So if Strahd comes, he talks to Dimitri at all, and Dimitri's like, yeah, well, I'm not the real leader, then that throws everything that we were planning under the bus.
So the problem with that is, though, that Strahd can charm literally anyone with minimal effort and figure that out. So I don't think Dimitri is a bigger threat than literally any other villager.
It's not unreasonable for us to say, hey, Dimitri, don't look Strahd in the eye while he's here.
I don't think he'll
what
do
your
that
worry
anyway.
is that we're trying to solve.
Well, it means that Strahd can't charm him if he can't look in his eyes.
No, not with that. I mean, just the general. Like, he can tell him either way.
There's
There's no reason to interrogate him and put up like his barriers if we don't have to right now.
Didn't Strahd charm Kilvin in his sleep?
Okay, well, then I agree.
was
I
awake.
agree that we shouldn't interrogate him, but let's investigate him.
Yeah, Raidriar did bring up a good point right there.
What was that? Raidriar?
Well,
That Kilvin was awake
Oh,
when Strahd.
oh right.
hypnotized
Was he
him,
on?
right?
Was he on watch?
Yeah, he's on
Mhm.
watch.
Oh, I didn't remember that. Okay. Yeah, let's investigate Dimitri and then ask him questions about the Fidatovs after Strahd comes.
Okay.
Yeah, Kilvin can definitely just ask a little bit more about it, about the curse, and say,
Yeah.
"Hey, do you know about like what happened to you associated with her for a while?"
Yeah,
just get a general vibe check. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. So
I'm sorry,
investigate
no,
and then a
oh,
little bit
shit.
of inconspicuous interrogation.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Just,
We'll do that tomorrow.
Do you know what the fuck was going on with that curse?
okay. Anybody want to do anything else?
I was
Sleep.
going to investigate, but nah, I'm going to go to sleep.
Okay.
Nothing abnormal.
Ren's just keeping watch.
Okay. Yep. Once again, I'm gonna have to ask Tux to come to the whisper chat.
Oh, okay.
You all go to sleep. And
Well, I guess
you
when I
wanna
come back,
commute,
I'll
Tux?
say, when I come back, I'm going to say I've got some things to tell you guys in the morning, but let's talk about it later.
Did you want to commute tonight so you can get an extra use in, or?
Sure. Let's commune tonight. Well,
Yeah, so we were just saying that you would be able to commune and ask one question a day, and then basically as long as you were planning on long resting afterwards, you'd recover from the exhaustion point for the next 6 days.
So what should we ask? Should we ask about the Avatar theory?
The Avatar theory?
Yeah, from the general chat.
I don't remember.
Is Strahd trying to make more champions?
Oh
maybe?
yeah.
So that's for those other gods. Like, is that why he's letting us live and get stronger?
I see. I don't know. I don't have a better idea. I'll go with whatever you guys want to ask.
Let's Tux, you have something else you have in mind.
Yeah.
The first thing we can
actually,
ask.
Tux, can you go back to the Whispers chat real quick? I'm sorry to get it. Okay, I'm really sorry,
No,
guys.
it's alright.
It's fine.
So you guys are gonna do the communing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
All
You
right. I'm gonna
see
ritual
Tux,
cast a spell.
set up and begin to cast this spell. Kilvin, you notice Tux casting a spell, and you watch as Tux falls back on his back on the ground, eyes rolled up into his head.
Okay.
It has to be a yes
Now-
no question, right?
Now we're going to the Whispers chat again.
See? Oh my god.
You all watch Tux go up and
Guys, motherfucker. I told you about how we asked 2 questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We only get 1 more. The patron told me only 1 left.
What?
When I walked
Oh,
in to ask a
no.
question, so I just stopped this. I decided, fuck it, I'm stopping the spell. We gotta wait until we know for sure.
Oh,
So you
shit.
didn't ask it?
Nope, I don't want to waste the spell unless we know for sure this is the last thing we're ever gonna ask, I guess.
Oh, so we only have 1 more total. You didn't get to ask it anything.
No, I didn't ask it anything, because when I went in, the first thing it said was 1 more.
Well then, can't ask it 6 more questions then.
Is that 1 more as in your use of the spell, or 1 more that you ask that entity specifically?
I don't know. I just straight up said, fuck, I don't want to risk it, and I stopped.
Yeah, that sounds smart.
Huh. Got to figure out a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wasted 1 of them on a question that I could have asked Kilvin. I'm so upset.
Yeah, didn't trust me, man.
And as far as we're aware, the entity that we're asking is the one that possessed.
Yeah, this is the one we saw in the
Strahd,
vision
right?
in chapter 6.
Yeah.
Or chapter 5.
All right. Do we want to finish the tome and then see how that affects
Yep.
what we want to ask?
I think we should just finish the tome first before we ask any more questions.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep.
DM, is the
Okay.
tome prepared?
Yep.
It is actually prepared?
Yes.
Okay.
Excellent. Let's
Uh,
do that tomorrow.
We'll start with that. Okay, so is everybody going to sleep?
Yep.
Ren's on the roof.
Yeah, Ren's watching on the roof. Go ahead and make a perception check, Ren.
What shall I perceive?
17. Okay. You kind of just watch around. You don't in the moonlight with your vision. It's kind of hard to see. You see some of the torches on the walls of Kresk, and you do catch as you kind of watch one of the guards seems to have dozed off near one of the torches, but it's about 10 minutes before he wakes up again and looks around to make sure no one's watching, and then
What a little shit. I write his name down.
okay. It's hard to tell who it is from this distance.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
He's just
Okay.
looking at you.
And I do want to make a point to like look in different directions pretty regularly, especially towards the alley.
Yeah,
That's the
that's
only
fine.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Okay. Cool beans.
Okay. So,
All right. It's next morning.
it's next morning. What are you guys doing?
I
You just
I get up, get prepared, prepare my spell list and all that fun stuff, and then I say, guys, I've got something to tell you.
Yeah.
Let's talk while I prepare my spell list.
First of all, I guess I go outside and I ask, like, calling out for a raven. I just want to say, are we being watched right now?
Okay. You see a raven fly over a little bit of ways from you guys. and it caws out and shakes its head no.
Okay. Okay. Well, a couple things. First of all, I did talk to Strahd again.
Ooh.
Do you remember that time where I went flying off a cliff?
You give, deciding, you give the potion to your raven and tell him to go take it to Kilvin, and you sprint across the way.
Yeah, I feel like running to the hideout right now is probably the safest place to be.
Yep. And so you book it. Still, your breath escaping you as you try to recover from that fall. And finally, you make the tree line, and as you enter into the area that you had been hiding earlier, you see sitting on one of the stones, legs crossed, his black cape draped over him, Strahd von Zarovich.
Well, shit. Fancy seeing you here.
Ooh.
He made it clear that our deal was still on the table if we wanted to turn in Van Richten. And okay, I've got one more thing to tell you. We actually had 4 questions we could have asked. I did commune a couple nights ago, and I asked the thing if Strahd was being honest, if he was going to stay true to his word. And
Concerning what?
if we turned in Van Richten, would he give us the weapons or treasures that he promised us?
I mean, the answer is probably yes.
The answer is yeah. Strahd is 100% true to his word.
I don't think it's worth it, though, anyway.
I'm not entirely sure. That seemed
I
like...
mean, he's clearly deathly afraid of Richten.
Well, here's the thing. And Strahd already knows where Van Richten is. He said Van Richten's going to be dead in 2 weeks. But if we show ourselves slightly useful to Strahd, if we give him the location before he plans to kill Van Richten anyway, then we can get that handsome treasure.
Okay, pause right there. Okay, we can... Sorry, where were we? I apologize for that.
You were asking us about our day.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, I interrupted.
Richten's
Yeah, I
somehow
interrupted.
going to be dead in 2 weeks?
If we can tell Van Richten, or if we can tell Strahd Van Richten's location before he plans to kill Van Richten anyway, then we get a treasure.
Do you know if Strahd's lying about that part?
Strahd was true to his word, and he said he was... The god said he was being honest with me.
So if we
Including
told,
the fact that he would be dead in
I'm
2
not
weeks.
entirely sure about that one.
so if we told Strahd when he comes to Kresk in 6 days, we would make the cut.
Mm-hmm.
Tempting. Friend likes treasure. And if Van Richten's gonna die anyways, he might as well sacrifice himself for the team.
There is one more thing.
my
Esmeralda
God.
doesn't exactly trust me
You guys
either.
do watch. Kilvin does cast a quick spell here.
Kilvin, what you doing there?
Hold on.
He's
Just-
casting Exercise Gnome,
He's gonna decurse me.
which makes bad gnomes start screaming.
Tux,
Mm-hmm.
what the fuck's going on?
Exactly what I told you.
No, it's not. What's the truth? I'm testing Zone of Truth again.
Boy.
Okay.
All right.
Failed to save.
I did fail to save.
He
Okay.
did. He does fail to save.
I rub some makeup away from my neck, and I show that Strahd bit me.
Crouches down and is at eye level with you right now. You can see his fangs poking out, and he smiles and goes, "Let's just see how much you can convince your party to trust you."
He also did one of
no.
these to... Because he saw that we were with Esmeralda, he thought that this would be a way to make it so Esmeralda wouldn't trust us. Or specifically me, I guess. I'm not sure that Esmeralda does trust me. She knows about the bite. She knows that Strahd talked to me.
I'll be watching you, Tux.
I understand.
Second, I see something I don't like. And you will have to tell them eventually.
I plan to. And I'm telling you the truth, still. When I asked her what she thought of Van Richten, and she told me she didn't want to tell me anything about their relationship. So I said, all right, then I don't think I can tell you anything that I told to Strahd. Just so you're aware, Esmeralda does know about... She knows that I did make a deal with Strahd in the past, but that I chose not to keep it anymore because I'm not sure that I can trust Strahd.
So Strahd said that Richten would be dead in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And you communed with the entity concerning this, and it said that he was telling the truth.
Correct. He was telling the truth. I'm pretty sure... Well, the question was, is Strahd honoring his deal? Is he being truthful with me? The god said yes.
My question to you.
Mm-hmm.
What part of this are you lying about? I know you're lying, but I can't tell which part.
Oh my god.
Does Strahd really know where Richten is?
Have you lied in the past 10 minutes?
No.
Nothing sets a bell off, Kilvin, with the spell.
Wow.
Kilvin.
Do you have any more
I'm
questions?
thinking. Okay, so you're not lying about that. Do you know? How does Strahd know where Richten is? Where is he?
He didn't tell me that. I don't know where he is either. That's something for us to figure out.
Are you being scryed on right now?
Nope.
You cast the invisibility?
I can cast the
Oh, the
invisibility.
raven. Oh, the raven.
The
Okay.
the raven
Do the
said
ravens
we
know about
weren't.
the scrying?
I don't know.
Here, I'll cast the invisibility now.
Did the entity tell you that Strahd was telling the truth?
Yes.
So you cast the invisibility,
Mhm.
Tux? Okay. You look around and no, you do not see any invisible sort of sensor following.
One of these times we're gonna cast see invisibility and
Yeah, one of
see
these times we
something,
will
and it's
catch
gonna be
him.
really exciting.
I don't know what else to ask him. Raidriar, do you have any ideas what he could be lying about? I know he's lying. Something we
You
just thought
do.
about him. Yeah. I just don't know what about.
It's weird that you
Tux,
guys don't trust me.
to the best of your knowledge, do you feel like you are currently under the effect of any sort of memory altering or will altering effect?
No, I am not.
Are you under?
I am
you
not
the
under any
curse of
effects right
Strahd?
now.
Do you
That is
have
true.
the curse
That
of
is true.
Strahd?
I am cursed. I am the curse of Strahd. It was me, Tux, the whole time. That's a lie.
I trust Kilvin. Is there anything that you are deliberately keeping secret from us?
I can't think of anything. Nothing comes to mind.
That's a non-answer. Say yes or no.
Sorry, what was the question?
Is there anything that you are keeping secret from us?
Well, that's a dumb question. I feel like the answer for every
Single
Well,
word
okay,
yes or
I
no
mean,
answer. I want
Probably.
a single word answer.
Probably yes. But I can't. Nothing
Is there
here.
anything related to Strahd, Barovia, anything within it, or anything
game.
directly pertaining to us or the gods of this land?
No,
that you
if
are
I'm
keeping secret
lying
from
about
us?
anything, it's probably something about my personality or my past. But no, I don't think I'm lying about anything in Barovia.
I lean in.
You didn't
You
say
mean
Strahd.
us. Don't you touch.
Kilvin, that last one does set a bell off.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Oh wait.
He takes damage from this, I think, actually.
No, actually it doesn't. It
Wait,
doesn't.
is it Zone of Truth? You can't tell a lie?
Oh, because he said Barovia. He didn't say Strahd.
I said Barovia and
Strahd is the land.
No,
Yeah.
he said Strahd. He didn't
Anyways.
say Strahd.
Nothing sets an alarm bell off.
Okay, Tux. One word answers.
Okay. Let's go. Rapid fire. Hit me.
double jeopardy.
Are you trying to help Strahd?
No. Well, no. I'm trying to help myself.
By
Are
doing
you
what?
actively doing anything to help Strahd? Are you obeying any of Strahd's commands right now?
No.
Or requests?
No. Well, I mean, besides the pact, I guess. The promise that we might get treasure.
Oh, so you are intending on revealing the location of Rickton?
With your guys' consent.
So what are you lying about?
Oh.
Or not telling the whole truth? Is there anything within the
you
past
were-
15 minutes where
Strahd.
you've intentionally not told the whole truth?
I genuinely
He's being a
cannot think of
vague.
anything, no. Well, I mean, like, if anything stands out and ask me more questions about it, go. But I must...
You said you got bitten by Strahd.
Uh-huh.
Was that true?
Yes. That was to
So
try
you're-
to throw off Esmeralda, and I don't think she trusts me 100%, so I guess it worked.
Is it that?
So you said we had 4 total communes initially?
So that means that she's
And we
not
used
hot
3
for
so
you?
far.
You said you
That's
didn't ask a
disappointing.
question of the god. Did you actually ask a question of the entity?
Yes.
No, this last commune. Did you ask a question?
Yes.
No, he didn't.
Well, no, I didn't.
What did you ask?
I was going to. I walked in, and it said 1 more, and then I stopped.
Yeah.
You said we had 4 total. So what was it? You asked Strahd.
I lied before. I'm telling you. That's why I told you to cast Zone of Truth. I'm telling the truth now.
So why does Kilvin think that you're lying?
I genuinely am not sure.
Kilvin, are you under the effective zone of truth right now?
Yes. I failed. Yes.
Okay.
But he's
To
the only
best
one
of
that
your
would know if he
knowledge,
failed,
are you-
right? Oh, no, he would take damage. Okay.
He would?
That's what you said, right?
You cannot speak a
If he
deliberate lie
lies.
on a failed save. But yes, no one else would know.
Okay. So Kilvin could be lying?
Well, so what are you asking, Kilvin, Raidriar?
Are you, Kilvin, to the best
convoluted.
of your knowledge, are you under any mind altering or will altering effects?
No. And, Kilvin, go ahead and go to the Whispers real quick with me.
What is happening? What is
Yeah,
actually going on? I'm actually confused now.
What a game. So, Nathan,
Okay, there were... I mean, yes, there were a lot of things that I was keeping secret, and I'm trying to, like, manage those with Snow right now to make sure that I am
Yeah.
coming clean in the Zone of
Yeah.
Truth.
happens.
But there's a lot of, like,
Wait.
questions that Snow has to make sure that all my lies are being kept straight.
Lol. So
I
you
lied
missed
about
it.
the commune.
Yeah.
We had 4 questions. One of them I asked to see if Strahd was honest. I can't think of any... Like, I'm trying to figure out what you guys are questioning.
So basically, you're saying you're awful.
Yeah. I was...
Well-
okay, so when I lied, I was trying to lie to Esmeralda. Like, I obviously didn't want Esmeralda to see I had a mark of Strahd, so that's why I put on makeup to begin with.
Okay, go ahead, Raidriar. I'm sorry.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, do you have questions for me though?
Besides that one, no.
Can you repeat it for me? I'll get the
To
phrasing.
the best of your ability, are you under... To the best of your knowledge, are you under
Okay.
the effect
Just
of
so
any
everybody know how Zone of Truth works, Kilvin's the only one who knows who's telling the truth.
Okay, yeah.
question? Yes.
That's what I assumed. Kilvin said something about taking damage earlier. That's what got me confused.
I think it's something else. I'll have to give
I
command.
see.
Okay.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, I'm not under any magical effects. But Tux, what are you lying about? You rushed your words. Something was off.
Did you notice anything?
Yes.
Like, what sentence did it sound like I was lying?
Strahd knows where Von Richten is.
Oh,
Did Strahd tell you he knows where Von Richten is?
that's what he said.
And that he's dead in 2 weeks?
Yes.
So that just might not be true. Strahd might have just been pulling your leg to get you to give up on Richten.
Well, no, because it wouldn't tell me if Strahd was lying to Tux. I see that Tux is lying to me. I just don't know how.
I don't see anything with see invisibility.
Maybe Strahd meant that he was so confident that Tux was going to give him Van Richten's location that he would be dead in 2 weeks.
That's possible.
Does Strahd say anything else to you? What did Strahd say to you?
I can post the I recorded it. I can post the video.
But did he say anything else?
I'm trying. I genuinely can't think of anything.
Whose intentions do you truly know of your so-called allies?
Why do you ask?
Oh, there just seems... I mean, if I were in your group, a lot of holes in your...
Are you talking about... I know that Ren is losing his mind right now. And he's definitely on my watch
Ren
list.
does not interest me anymore. I've made my decision about him already.
He's a... Yeah, I can understand. What about Raidriar? Do you doubt his intentions?
Oh, I believe his intentions are quite clear. I only bring it up because it seems there's a lot of people that you surround yourself with that you have no idea what they have done. Potentially, or met, or talked to. I mean, Isaac and that girl were on their own, journeying to the winery for a long time. Who knows what could have touched them on the way there? Just for one example.
You make a compelling argument. Yeah, you're
Or
right.
the Baron of Kresk. I mean, who knows what his true intentions are?
Okay. Yeah, you make a good point.
I mean, I heard
I've
just the
been
other day
opening
that-
myself up a lot more, but maybe I'm becoming too vulnerable.
I mean, I just heard the other day that 2 commoners in Kresk were conspiring against
Really?
The new members in Kresk, and they came to an unfortunate end from Kilvin's divine powers, which, by the way, I've taken quite an interest in that rumor.
Yeah, it's an interesting rumor, right?
Indeed.
You and I both know that that's not possible.
Yes, the gods left this land a long, long time ago. Which makes me wonder. I wonder where Kilvin's divine powers come from. Something just to note on the side. Anyways.
Oh my... Strahd, I appreciate it. And that's something I'll definitely be keeping in mind.
How long does Zone of Truth last? Probably running out of time.
10 minutes, I think. 10 minutes, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we're not doing anything else today.
Yeah, but you don't want to
That's
just
a-
keep fucking casting Zones of Truth
Why
all
not?
day. I
One
mean,
more.
I guess.
At least.
Okay.
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 Snow, are we gonna play through all 6 days before Strahd gets here during this session?
Well, the goal was hopefully to get Strahd's visit done here,
Doesn't seem like that's gonna happen now.
but we'll see.
Okay. Let's go. Let's go into the tome.
All right.
Yeah.
It's
all right.
Tome time, which is what you have to label this section in
Oh,
YouTube.
I'm also upping my AC with my blessing.
Nobody has any questions for me in the Zone of Truth? You all trust me implicitly?
Raidriar,
Yeah.
you are our brave leader.
Bren, we'll talk again later.
Oh,
Well,
fuck,
the
we should have
bad-
asked
the-
Ren questions.
The thing that happens to Ren that happened to Ren in the Whisper Chat at the beginning of the session, that doesn't happen for a couple days. And you don't know that it happened.
Okay. Our timelines are out of whack.
Okay. So you guys are doing the tome?
Yeah, sure.
Tome time, Tome time,
Hey,
Tome time.
You guys all wait as Tux finishes transcribing the section of the tome. And you all, as before, are sucked in. And you see Strahd's visage return as you'd seen before, and he says, "In my youthful folly, I believed I was the land, but time revealed powers beyond the mortal mind still maintain their hold here."
Which chapter is this?
7.
How many are there total?
You're not sure. But you're towards the end. You get from where you are in the book. You're close to the end.
Okay.
Rays of pale moonlight begin to break through the mist that surrounds you all, and you find yourself all staring up at the night sky. Looking around, you see that you stand just on the edge of a wilting grove high on a hill before a colossal, dark tree. Rahadin is nearby, observing a set of stone steps that lead beneath the tree as he wipes fresh blood from his scimitar. You all look down, and you find that your skin is pale. Your fingers are end in blood-stained claws, and you all stand over a group of dead forest folk. Anybody doing anything?
Does this area look familiar? This look like
Yes.
There's blood on our hands, and we're standing above dead forest folk right now?
Yep, and you kind of inspect yourself, and you're different. Your hands end in claws. You can feel sharp teeth.
Do we see any water? Can we try to look at our reflection?
No, there's no water nearby, but Kilvin, looking around, you do notice that you see the top of Yester Hill in the distance, and you believe you're standing in the grove of that that bleeding tree that you all had explored when you went to Yester Hill.
And then exploded?
No, this is the area that is like, do you remember?
It's next to Yester Hill. We saw bleeding trees there, and that's where you picked up...
the tree bane, yeah.
Yeah, tree bane.
After a little bit, you hear Rahadin speak out, "Is it done, my lord?" And you see Lord von Zarovich ascend the steps from below the tree. And he goes, "Yes, but there is one last thing I must do." And you see Strahd's actually clutching his left wrist. And you see the hand that should be there is actually missing. And you see he walks forward over one of the dead druids, and he takes his other hand and plunges it into its chest and raises up a heart in his claw. And you see he crushes it, and you see tenebrous tendrils of energy writhe from it, and wrapping around the surrounding bodies and rooting them to the soil. They rise to their feet, stoic and still. A series of cracks, snaps, and rumbles follow, and they all begin marching towards the tree. You hear the wood of the tree splintering, parting open what appears to be some sort of maw to welcome the dread procession which lies before it. Bark peels from the trunk of the tree like decaying flesh falling from a rotten corpse. Globs of tree sap glimmer amber even in the misty shroud, and you watch as this amber morphs into thick blood. And the dew-like twinkle on the green leaves sort of evaporates, and you see as sort of the leaves that were hanging on the tree start crashing down in hundreds. And you see the thick, black tendril roots of the tree begin to expand and cover the stone stairs that you saw Strahd emerge from before. This holy site clearly lies in ruin. And you watch as Strahd vanishes in a swirl of his cloak and reappears next to the tree with a vial. And you see he drags the glass vial along the tree and fills it with some of the bloody sap before fading into the mists that surround the hill.
This is the Golthius? That's the Golthius staff is what we got. And it's made from the branch of... Are these like Golthius's trees? It's similar to that like black wood?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you watch as like it seemed like it was a fairly normal tree, but whatever he did to it, it seemed to transform before your very eyes.
Or destroyed this area.
And then you watch as the mists begin to converge again, and you all sit in front of Strahd's figure, and he says, I set to raise and salt the earth to purify it. Neither the ancient spirits of the druids nor the gods of the old world would rule above me. I am ancient, I am the land, and you all are ejected from the tome.
That was the quickest chapter yet.
Anticlimactic.
Yes.
So he tore the heart out. Tendrils appeared and they rose from the dead. They walked into the tree. He got a glass of beer from the tree. And then
It
the only
seems
thing,
like
Blood beer.
the only thing you're missing from there is that at the start, Strahd ascended a set of stone steps that kind of went under the tree, and that the tree grew to sort of cover over it. And
So underneath the Gultiest tree is probably the Fane at Yester Hill.
yeah, and it seems like Strahd intentionally like desecrated that sacred spot.
Okay, so we know where one of them is, and we can
Yeah.
go restore it if that's what we want to do.
Yep. Now we know the
Did
secret of it.
Kavan make it clear that that's what we were supposed to do?
he
Or the-
said when you were strong enough to return.
Okay, so he probably would have told us about that anyway. When we returned.
Yeah.
Do I get the
maybe.
feeling now that the spear is charged that it's possible to return and be considered strong enough?
Yeah. I don't know.
Give it one more level, maybe?
Maybe. That's what I would guess.
Alright.
Like we're pretty buff, but
I think we go Argynvost first, and then we go that way.
because we might find another artifact-looking thing. I think one of our
Um,
fortunes was an artifact.
And don't forget, I don't know if people miss this, but Kavan said if you wanted to learn more information about the Fane specifically, that you could find it at that mountain village he specified.
Near
Yeah.
Rez.
Mhm.
Cool.
Okay.
Fun chapter. That was easy.
Yeah, that was a simple chapter.
Oh yeah, and Tux, you now can cast the spell Animate once per dusk.
Animate what?
Dead.
Ooh.
Nice.
So these three entities are not the same as the gods that were worshipped at the Fanes,
No.
right?
Correct.
well-
As far as we know, they're different.
It sounds like I got the impression that the gods of yore are not in Barovia anymore.
Yeah. Or they're very weak or in sleeping.
Yeah.
They're dormant.
Yeah.
All the gods went to bed.
Yeah.
I feel like we should at least talk to or find out what's going on with one of them before, Ren, you continue with your own.
Whatever path you're going down.
Well, like I say, Ren's got some thinking to do.
Yeah,
I
maybe
wanted
there's even
to
better
ask.
powers.
I don't know if I should ask whether or not Ren's thing will be detriment to us. I'm sure we'll figure it out soon. Like hopefully by the end of the session.
Yeah.
But
Well, it depends on who you include in you.
if you're going to cause harm to your quote unquote daughter or the group, or you're going to get us all killed before we can kill Strahd, I'm sure you wouldn't want to do that. So
I won't get you all killed.
okay, not as promising.
No, I'm kidding. I'm just messing with you. No, it's okay.
Okay. Yeah, no, those are the things on my mind right now. But I guess yeah, I'm just gonna spend 4 hours working on the tome.
Okay, you're gonna just go. You guys are gonna go straight into the next one.
Sure.
Everyone want to help?
sure.
I lay my tome out and I say, "You guys
Okay,
know
let's
how to read?"
Change the music here for now, just to see.
Yeah. We'll do one more because if we help, it takes less time, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
I can add animate dead to my spell list and then turn it into a ritual spell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, interesting. Interesting.
Oh, I added it twice.
Okay, so you're just studying and going straight into the next book.
I say, gather around, kids.
All the
Then-
children in the house actually gather around. I was like, "What's that, Uncle Tux?"
Okay.
Never mind, this isn't for your eyes, kids.
So, you study the book once again, and you're sent into it after another 4 hours, and you see Strahd's form appear again. I wrench superstition and tradition from the claws of the few who clung to their old ways. The souls trapped here were to succumb or suffer. Humidity swells and damp air sticks to your skin. The stench of putrid water swirling with rotting plants floods your nostrils, and your feet sink into soft peat. A dozen moss-covered menhirs form a near-perfect circle in the spongy earth. These weathered stones range in height from 15 to 18 feet. And 4 to the north, south, east, and west rise above 20. A wild-looking woman with sticks and mud plastered to her graying hair stands at the northmost stone, and in the center of the circle is Strahd von Zarafich, levitating inches above the muddy soil. And you watch as you see attached to the stone in front of the crazy-looking woman, a sort of very emaciated woman whose eyes have appeared to been gouged out, and you see that this woman is repeatedly lashing her on the stone with Strahd watching.
There's a woman being lashed out on who's on a stone, no eyes, and Strahd is just watching over this. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, this is a ritual, it looks like, right? Or are we just looking at some S&M shit?
Do we get a sense of location?
Looking around, it's a very swamp-like area.
We're in Trek.
You see very close by a very thick or a very wide and fast-running river. Kilvin, go ahead and make a perception check.
I'm guessing Berez on this.
Wherever that marsh is where we're supposed to meet Babali Saga, I imagine that's who it is.
Yeah, 19. You look across and you swear you can see some sort of ruins across the river.
Oh, this is the other castle area, isn't it? That's right. There was another, area between Argynvost and Berez. Yeah, okay, ruins of Berez. There we go.
And you see now, looking around at the rest of the stones in more detail, you see actually on every single one is lashed what appears to be various what appears to be like you've seen before, forest folk looking people. Each one though has a large gash in their chest, dead, and this one that she's whipping appears to be the only one still alive.
Do we have bodies here?
Yeah, you look down and you see that you're all wearing like ragged and tattered dresses, with various sort of voodoo-looking items attached at various places, effigies of the sort.
So we're forest folk watching our forest folk kind get tortured. Potentially.
No, you actually you look more like the woman doing the lashing than the
interesting.
other.
Okay. I want to walk up to Strahd.
Okay. While you're walking up to Strahd, you see the woman turn and hold out. This one's causing some trouble. If one of you would like to give it a try.
Ren steps up. What are we doing?
This one seemingly refuses to renounce her faith to the Rosanna.
Oh, that's
quite a tough one.
Isn't that the worst? I'll get straight to work.
And she hands you the lash.
Ren says, Avast. No, that's not good.
What?
Ren says,
Avast!
Virus security.
Ren says,
Shiver me timbers.
renounce your gods, damn it, and smacks her.
Okay, you hear a cry in pain as you hit her with the lash.
Ren, what the fuck, dude?
Ren turns around and says, well, that's all I got. You're not gonna do it.
Raidriar, you approach Strahd.
Yeah.
Do you say anything?
Uh-huh. I say, what is your intent
stare
here?
What do you say?
What is your intent here?
And as you approach and ask this question, you hear a shriek come out from the crazy-looking woman, and she goes, "You wench! What gives you the right to talk to my Strahd like that?"
Oh dear.
And
I
you-
don't even acknowledge her existence.
And you see Strahd look down at you and smile and goes, "It's all right, Baba. I'm taking what I deserve, and that's all you need to know."
Ren hits
tell me
the bell
more.
again.
What gods do you want them to be serving again?
You see Strahd seems to pay you no mind at
You know this
point.
isn't going to work in the end. You're not the first one to try it.
You see he looks at you again and goes, "We shall see now, won't we?" And you see Baba, who after Ren has gone back to I'm sorry, my mind just hit the
So,
fucking reset
Ren-
button right now.
Ren looks back at Baba and goes, "Doesn't seem like the whip is working, but everybody loves their fingernails, if you know what I mean."
Ah, you see Baba kind of like waddle her way towards you. "That's an excellent idea, dearie." And you see she waddles up and begins, tearing off fingernails, more screaming, more crying.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
And you see Baba whispering something to the girl, and she whispers back a little bit, and you see she kind of climbs down and goes, "Yes, perfect." And you
Can
hear,
I create the illusion of her saying, I renounce, please stop"?
I hate superheroes and I renounce them.
I think she just did. Or no.
Oh, did she renounce already?
I get the
I
feeling.
mean, she's,
And
Because
yeah,
she
as
said something and said excellent, and she said excellent.
Well, I think she was just happy about the new form of torture. That's the impression
Anyway,
I got. But
I
I wanted to see if anything would happen there.
as she says excellent, and you see she quickly whips out a knife and plunges it into this girl's chest and carves out and reaches in and pulls out a still beating heart even after it's been removed from its host.
tasty.
And you see she motions over to Strahd with her open hand, and you see he kind of just floats over to her. And you see he removes a glass vial from his coat and slides it delicately through a mound of soil at the stone's base nearby. The heart gushes and squirms as if trying to escape, and the woman squeezes what blood remains into the vial to mingle with the bog soil. Strahd seals the glass with a cork, kisses the woman tenderly on the forehead, and vanishes in a quickly dissipating cloud, leaving her with a wide, motherly grin cracking her aging face.
Huh.
Strahd loves his mom. Now we can't kill him.
So he's soaking the blood in the soil itself.
That's
And
interesting.
after a moment, you watch as the mist comes and takes you all again, and the harsh smell of swampy decay withers, but the warmth remains. The thick, heavy air is replaced with a dry heat, and the mist coalesce into ramshackle walls made of twigs and logs, dense wooden furniture, and all the trimmings and decor of a kitchen. Scents of seasoned meat pies linger in the air. At the center of this small hutch is a standing iron kiln, and horrid-looking hags with dark blue-green skin, wiry hair, and wretched fingers that creep like spiders' legs huddle around it. You now see your own skin is a bluish-green hue, and your hands are tipped with claw-like fingernails. Strahd stands with you, no more than a few feet away in a tightly crowded shack, pressed against a heavy table set with a butcher's knife and a wide array of diced vegetables and spice jars. A black raven is restrained in his hand, fluttering feverishly to fly away, but he snaps his neck and hands it to a young girl. "Another for the cutting board, Morgantha. Feather it as you would like. With that, she lops off the bird's head clean off and begins sloppily plucking its feathers. And you watch as Strahd exits the hut, which you now recognize to be the windmill that you had found yourselves in all the while back. And you watch as Morgantha turns around and looks at you all and goes, "So, y'all gonna get cooking or what?"
Ren gets cooking.
What are we doing
she-
again? I'm confused.
And she motions towards the cut and plucked raven corpses to the side of her.
All right, I turn and I run over to that pot, and I go ahead and I start cooking.
I run over to the door and I open it.
Do I notice anything weird about these ravens?
They just look like normal ravens.
Okay.
So,
Ren starts dicing vegetables.
okay,
and
you see
says,
three options. You got carrots, you got onions, you got potatoes. What do you want?
onions.
Okay, so we got onions.
I got potatoes.
I'll grab the third.
Okay, you guys start dicing up vegetables. Raidriar,
Chopping
you look
furiously.
a very. You're looking at all the spices. You see a few things. You know, you got salt, pepper, paprika. You know, the usual spices. You have a few things like children's teeth powder, and other things of that sort of grim nature.
I go to the door Strahd exited, and I open the door and I see if I can still see him.
There's like a wall of mist there.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna say, what are we doing?
We gotta cook.
Cook what?
Just cook. Strahd said to cook something out of the ravens here. That it was important that we used ravens, and that it was.
That's weird. And there's nothing unusual about these ravens.
God, you have no idea how ridiculous my notes page looks. All this random shit.
I'm definitely going over these Curse of Strahd or Tome of Strahd segments later. Yeah, this is bizarre. Okay,
So who's helping prepare food?
Kilvin.
Ren is.
the three of us are. Raidriar was doing something else.
Okay, go ahead and just make general intelligence checks. Not privately.
Okay, cool. The wizard and his natural intelligence really paid off.
11. Okay. And you guys start working towards making this dish. And you kind of all spice it. You see Morgantha take it and bake it a little bit, and she says the secret ingredient. And you see she takes some of the children's teeth powder and sprinkles it in. And you see Strahd enter in again, and he goes, "Someone will surely have to taste this blasphemous meal that you've all concocted."
Ren says, "Ooh, me."
Oh, not one of you. And you see Strahd claps his hands, and you see a man with slick black hair enter in.
Does he look familiar?
No, he's wearing things that look like you've seen people in Vallaki wear maybe, and you see him sit down, and he goes, "Is there anything else you need from me, my lord?" And you see Strahd point down at the meal the meat, the raven meal you guys have constructed in front of him, and he goes, "Eat that." And you watch as the man begins eating, and you see he's like sort of having to force himself to get it down. But he finishes it. But after a moment, you watch as he starts shaking and collapses violently on the floor and vomits, and then lies still. And he looks at you all and goes, This I think works nicely. And you see he fills another glass vial, mixes in some of this meal that you guys have created, a few black feathers, and puts a stopper in it.
You mixed it with other feathers?
Yeah, he grabbed more like raven feathers, and then he turns into a cloud of vapor and sort of phases through the walls of the hut.
Okay. I think that's not necessarily new. We saw him do that in our fight, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He turned into mist and then like went through the cracks, really. Not like phased through the wall, I guess is.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Okay. And you watch as the mists form again. And all of a sudden you hear a wailing wind around you and brushes away the mists around you. And reveals a cracking ancient stone with sort of like a muffled vermilion glow. Low thrumming rises and falls, and the light pulsates in unison. With the clatter of boot heel on stone, the light brightly and reveals a 10-foot-tall, ruby-red gemstone in the shape of a human heart, wrapped firmly in golden bands, and floating over a depthless chasm of a tower spire. The doorway into the tower and the source of the glow are eclipsed by a cloaked figure. Strahd has climbed the stairs of the tower's interior and now stands between you and the crystal. With a nonchalant wave of his black leather boots... With a nonchalant wave, his black leather boots rise from the staircase landing, and he glides through the air to the heart. He touches his hand to it and retrieves 3 glass vials filled with murky admixtures. He pours the first over the top of the gemstone. I am ancient. I am the land. The second, repeating the chant. And as he repeats the motion a third time with the final vial, the thrum turns into a pounding. The ruby flashes in tandem with the sound again, and the crystalline structure cracks. Shards of the heart crumble and fall into the depths below, and layered beneath it are bits of flesh. Thump thump, thump thump. The shell shatters and a 10-foot-tall human heart now hangs, aglow in the night. And the mists converge on you again, and you see Strahd's figure, and he says, This was not mere iconoclasm. My faith was in myself. I had none to spare for the gods. And you all are ejected from the tome. And Tux?
Yes.
You can now cast the spell Non-Detection once per dusk.
Holy shit. Okay. What's that do?
Okay. Oh,
So it
it's
seems
only-
like Strahd took the old god's power and turned it into the thing that heals him.
Yeah. Ravens, forest folk, and the ruins, interestingly.
What was the third vial? There was the vial from the blood tree, the vial from the hags, and then what was the third one?
Blood and soil from the swamp.
So now we know where the Thanes are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He
The
turned
windmill, the Esther
their
Hill,
power
and the ruins
into.
of Perez.
So he basically channeled their power into the heart, is what I'm gathered. He
Holy
retrieved
shit.
The vials from a pocket that was on his person, right? Snow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Holy shit.
What?
Do you know what
Yes.
non-detection does?
Yeah.
8 hours. 8 hours. A 10-foot cube can't detect or scry on us.
That's useful.
That's awesome. That saves a lot of trouble and time, and we don't have to worry about a lot of shit now. Okay. Anyway, I'm sorry to distract. Okay, go ahead.
Well, you all just leave the tome, and it's getting towards the evening now.
Guys, I think we can knock out one more chapter before the end of the night.
Just so you guys know, there's 2 left.
Do you want to save it, or do you want to get it done?
I want to power through. I want to learn as much as we can before, so we have a better idea of how to plan for Strahd's visit.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
We'll
is an
just keep
information
going.
gathering
Yeah,
session.
and I'll say that, and I'll just say now that, like, I don't know if it's clear, but, like, you're past, sort of like, the chapter 6 and 5 stuff was kind of like the climax, and so that's why they're a little shorter.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense. I feel like now we're gaining a lot of information about Strahd and some information about the gods.
So is this still
Including
like?
how to change the heart for our own purposes,
True.
potentially.
Is this like just the one day, or is this gonna be a couple of the days while we're
Yes,
waiting?
so I'd say that you guys are pretty tired this first day with the 2. So if you want to do 2 more the next day, that's
There's something I do want to like finish this house thing. I just want to like collect wood
Yeah.
and build up our.
yeah,
Okay.
and you kind of get some townspeople who are willing to help you do it as well.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, I'd say over the course, definitely before Strahd's visit,
Yeah.
you'd be able to finish this
Yeah,
construction.
that's all I planned on. Okay, cool.
And that heart was in a spire of the castle, you said?
Yes.
Okay. That's interesting. I figured it would have been in the center or below it.
No, we know it's the top from the reading, the tarot card reading.
Okay. Let's try to knock these last 2 out.
Let's do it.
Okay. So, chapter 9. So, on the second day, Tux studies the tome once again, and you all enter it. My curse is to know no happiness, no love. At every turn, this accursed place turns them to ash, slipping from my grasp.
Roll credits.
Poor guy.
And you see the tops of pine trees now pepper your peripheral vision. Fading light far beyond the clouds grows distant, and you recognize that it's nearly sundown here in Barovia. You linger around a circle of figures clad in dark cloaks and leather armor. Many of their faces are obscured, but those that aren't have distinctly elven features. You see they're all currently in what's to be some sort of cage or prison type thing. And you see at their feet is an unmoving humanoid shape. And you see the unmoving shape kind of shakily stands inside this cage and looks and cries out hatred, traitor! And you turn and look, and he appears to be locking eyes with Rahadin, who seemingly is standing unmovingly next to you all, actually. And looking inside this cage.
You don't have a guilty conscience, do you, Eddie?
You recognize the figure that is talking to Rahadin as Casimir.
Fuck, who's Casimir again?
Yeah, remind me.
He is the dusk elf in the Vistani camp that had told you all about. Do you remember anything about him?
Yeah, he told us that he might assist us if we ever went to go get more information from that temple in the south.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Yep, and he talked
And
about
he's calling
how...
Rahadin a traitor. The other dust elf that's serving under Strahd right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, okay. Does Rahadin look guilty?
No, he actually looks just kind of like blank expression, just looking at these caged elves.
Can I snap in front of his head and say, "Hey, are you under a spell? Hello?
What do you want?
Why are you betraying the Dusk
Freedom!
Elves?"
I'm not betraying anyone. I'm merely serving my lord as instructed.
Oof.
They are the ones who betrayed us.
What happened?
And you see, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No. He'd answer this question. They murdered Patrina.
Have we heard that name before?
Oh, yes, we have. That was the Dusk Elf from Chapter 4 who was at the dinner,
And
who helped
Casimir
teach Strahd magic.
And is Casimir's sister.
Yeah.
Okay. They murdered him? I thought
Her.
Strahd murdered her. No, wait.
So
I'm sorry.
Casimir said that they thought that Patrina was being corrupted by Strahd, so they stoned her.
That's right. Okay. And Strahd killed all the women after that.
Yep.
Okay.
And you see Strahd's cloaked silhouette rises from beyond the edge of the hill, and his demonic eyes fall on Casimir here. A look of righteous fury and a hint of pain masked beyond the rage flicker in his eyes. And he looks at you all and says, "Find the rest so that we may never be plagued by their ilk again."
Oof.
And Rahadin unsheaths his sword and marches across the grass towards a smokestack climbing into the sky no more than 100 feet away. Strahd looks at you and goes, "Go to the south into the woods where the rest ran away and catch them."
Is he talking to us?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We trot off.
Yeah, let's.
Ren trots off.
What if we just say no?
Ren trots off.
Okay. I guess I follow.
Yeah,
Ren.
let's go.
Yeah. I'm not gonna fight this.
This
Okay,
is all an
and-
illusion,
Yes.
guys.
Yes,
We
sir.
can
good
do whatever
Lord,
we
sir,
want.
yes, Lord.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead and as you enter the woods and start searching, go ahead and make a survival check, Raidriar.
Okay.
I will help him survive. Help us survive.
Liz.
Add a D4.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay. You do a little bit of searching, and you eventually do find hiding sort of in sort of a grove here, a group of these elves, and they seemingly are trying to stay low to the ground and stay hidden, but you all have noticed them now. What are you doing?
What have we got on us? Ren checks his
I'm gonna
pockets.
cast Hypnotic Pattern to stop them.
Oh,
Okay. You watch, and it seems the spell has taken effect on all of them.
Okay. Well, we caught him, guys. Now what?
Ren checks his pockets. What has he got?
You all have some rope and basic.
All right, we rope them together and head back to Strahd.
Easy
Okay.
peasy. Strahd's gonna repay us for this.
Good work. Strahd didn't even know he had an illusion mage in his troop.
And sort of as you lead them all, they sort of, after a little bit, sort of snap out, or at least one of them does, and goes, please don't take us back there. I'll give you everything I have. I've got 5 gold here.
Sorry, buddy, but you're not real.
Tell him like it is.
Still, people. Oh man. Look at
But people.
Ren says, thanks, and takes the 5 gold, and then we keep walking towards Strahd.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That might hurt a little bit. But yeah, let's get going.
Okay, you all
real. It's not real.
lead them up to the top of the hill, and you see Strahd looks at the quite numerous amount of them you've been able to get. He goes, I'm very impressed. That was quick.
What can we say? We're the best of the best. That's why we're working for you, right?
You could raise my salary. That'd be cool.
And you see Rahadin soon arrive with another roped together group of elves.
Is our group bigger?
You got quite a few more.
Yeah,
actually.
we did.
Brought about 10.
Oh, Rahadin, that's pretty pathetic, right?
You Rahadin.
You a little embarrassed? What, are you just gonna let them go? You're too attached to these Dusk Elves to actually commit to Strahd's work?
Really hammered up
I
this job
got
here, huh?
all the ones that were over there. If I missed any, we will mop them up later.
Okay. Just playing into this a little bit. I want to see if we get anything.
And you watch as Strahd points and kind of has you all line up this group behind, sort of on the other side of this hill from this cage where all these other Dusk Elves are gathered. And you hear a crack, like a loud crack, and you see from the cage Casimir Velkov actually transforms into sort of an ethereal glimmer of vapor and shoots across and lands outside of the cage. And you see he raises his hand and arcane flakes of snow and ice flurry around it. And you see an avalanche explode towards Strahd. But with an irreverent wave and a halt from his lips, the magical storm melts to a puddle. At this, you watch as Rahadin rush over and shove the enraged wizard to their knees, and with a single cut lops off the caster's ear.
Damn.
And you hear Rahadin go, you may keep the other for now, so that you might hear their screams as they burn. Your sister was better than you could ever hope to be. You're a failure and a disgrace to your people. I will not allow you the grace of making that mistake again. Something sparks beneath one of the elvish prisoners behind you all, and in a flash, the whole group is consumed in a raging bonfire.
Bonfire? Who's got marshmallows?
Okay. And with that, the mists come together again. And Strahd appears and goes, if Tatiana's beauty was a river in a spring flood, Patrina's was a brush fire smoldering in a dying forest.
Wow.
With her flame extinguished, I ensured her murderers joined me in the cold night.
Poor Strahd. He's just a hopeless romantic, huh?
Okay.
That does seem to be the trend.
Okay, and you all are ejected from the tome.
Last one. Last one.
Tux, you can now cast Wall of Fire once per dusk.
That's cool. That's cool.
It's a
Hopefully
swing
these ones
spell.
aren't limited to a certain number of uses.
That seems like a rough one because I have to wait 10 minutes before I can even use it.
You do?
It's a ritual
That's
spell.
just a ritual, for you.
Oh.
I guess, although I can prepare it and cast it instantly, right? Or no?
That's not exactly how it works.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
We'll discuss that later, sorry.
No, that's fine.
Okay, so
Wildfire is
there's one chapter left. It's a little bit longer. We probably will finish it by 9:30, but are people okay with just doing it now?
Yeah,
I'm good.
I'm down for it.
that's what I'm here for.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
And so you guys would get this done in the second day, I'm assuming. Try to get it all just out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to insert that I don't think it's fair that Tux gets all these cool superpowers when you guys won't even let Ren have advantage on his attack rolls.
We're gonna get you magic items soon. This is the only treasure we have right now. This and Esmeralda.
I don't think it's fair. That's all Ren's saying. He doesn't think it's very fair. A little hypocritical. Yeah.
Ren, I'm gonna get you the best treasure ever.
Like that.
Okay.
What'd you say, Kilvin?
Oh no, that's fine.
Your gain went really low when you said that.
Sorry. No, I just said, yeah, Rand gets powers. Raidriar could have had powers. You get the toe. I just have me and my god.
I'm just a dude with a spear. I have nothing. The only magic I have is the spear. In a world of gods and magic, I'm man with sword and board.
Yeah, but you're stronger than Strahd, so we basically win the game.
So, last chapter of the tome. Were you guys ready?
I'm ready, baby. Let's do it.
Leroy Jenkins.
You see Strahd's form appear once again. The girl's auburn hair was braided high, and her clothes more closely resembled rags. But it was her, the same Tatiana I'd known all those years ago. And you all find yourselves now, you hear the buzz of a town around you. And you see people kind of walking what appears to be in some sort of town square to and fro. You find all yourself standing next to Vasily.
What?
Standing in front of
He's
a large manor.
Oh, that clears that up.
And he says, "Follow me. This should only take a moment." Here's the burgomaster of Berez has come upon some interesting magical tomes for me to collect.
Well, we don't know anything about tomes, so yeah, lead the way.
Okay. And you all enter into the building, and immediately you see sort of sitting sort of in sort of a lounge area, a woman who looks exactly like Irina. And as Vasily walks in and looks at her, you see he stops and he turns to you all and he goes, "Leave now. Go ahead and, I don't know, explore the town for a little bit. I'll gather you when..."
Sure thing. And I thumb my nose and I wink at him.
Okay.
Sure
He
thing,
gives you-
Strahd Sealy.
A little nod.
Strahd Sealy. Call him Strahd Sealy.
Sure thing, Elder, and I walk out.
Okay. You all walk out, and you appear to be in sort of what appears to be some sort of town square, with people going to and fro. Anything in specific, or?
Tux, you want to listen in?
Yeah, I think.
Surely you have
So-
something for that.
So he's telling us to leave, but you're saying it might be a good idea to stay and listen, because I'm
Yes.
inclined
Oh,
to
yeah.
agree.
Ren's about to sneak in if you don't have a spell that does that.
All right, I think I'll stick around.
Okay.
As soon as I turn the corner, go invisible and dart back in.
I'm going to explore the town, looking
Okay.
for any shops or anything, or any
Okay.
significant buildings.
Yeah. While Tux is doing that, we'll just go with Kilvin, I guess.
Sounds good.
Do we go into the Whispers chat?
No,
No, I'm kidding.
No,
I'm kidding.
no, that's fine. So, are you sneaking back in?
Yeah.
While invisible.
Okay.
So I'm going to sneak
and-
in, and I'm going to try to find an area that I think is out of view, probably like a closet or something,
Mm-hmm.
because this thing only lasts for a minute. Or when they turn the...
You're casting greater invisibility?
Yeah, because I don't have invisibility prepared.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So I'm going to cast greater invisibility. I'm going to go in, and I'm going to create... Probably, I might create the illusion of a table or a dresser or something and just put it in front of me. Or I might sneak behind a dresser or something. I guess, what do I see when I walk in?
Yeah, you see Strahd has kind of gone to a side room now, and is now sitting down at a table with a man that you don't recognize. Refers to him as Laszlo.
All right, I run behind Strahd. What kind of furniture's back here? Can I like slip behind a chair or something?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Okay. And their conversation seemingly, Vasily is asking Laszlo how it's going. He's asked about the tomes, but he also is very insistent on asking about who the woman that he saw was, and Laszlo replies, "Oh, that's my daughter, Marina." And it seemingly
Sounds an awful lot like Irina.
It seems like most of their conversations try to asking questions about her, you know, just general trying to get to know her. And every now and then she kind of walks in and serves them a little bit of food, a little bit of drink. Okay, Kilvin and the rest.
Yes.
You guys are searching around the town?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
Okay. And you said you want to look for... So you see, if you're looking for things like that, you see two things. There's one called Taltos Trading Post and one called River's End, which looks to be like an inn or a tavern.
All those. Interesting. Okay.
What was the second one? Taltos Trading Post and Riverside Inn?
Mm-hmm.
Are there any tomes, just out of curiosity, on that table that are like maybe out of sight of everybody else, or are they all pretty intent on those
They're
tomes?
just like right in front of Vasily on the table.
Okay. I'm gonna watch for an opportunity to maybe go invisible again and snag a tome, but if nothing like that comes up, then I'll just stay behind the chair.
All right.
Are there any other buildings of any significance, or are they all just mostly housing?
There's housing. You do pass by a church.
Okay.
We
Those
go
are the
get
things that
some-
really stand out.
We go get some ancient bones from that church and take them back with us.
I guess we
Do
move
we-
in. See what
do we-
happens.
Do we notice if this town is Velaki? Or similar street structure or anything?
So, as if you, maybe I didn't say it loud enough, but before you guys entered in the manor, Vasily said the burgomaster of Berez.
Oh, gotcha.
This is the place that
Gotcha.
got like destroyed by Van Richten, right?
Sure hope nothing bad's happened to it. No, Strahd leveled it. Did he?
Oh, it was Strahd or Van Richten. Someone leveled this place.
No, Strahd. Because they rebelled against him, right? Or this was the place that had the Dark Elves.
This is the village that you know that got destroyed. You guys haven't been you guys don't know why he destroyed
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, this is one of those other things that's to the south. There's Argynvost, Berez, and then the Southern Mountain Shrine. Those are like kind of the three things we have left to do down there.
Right.
So Taltos is in Taltos from the Finitov Manor?
There
No.
is no relation.
Okay.
Oh my
just-
god. Okay.
Just
Good,
a
good to know.
coincidence.
Good to know.
I'll just say that now before it
Where the theories run wild.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Let's go to the inn.
Yeah, let's see if we find information on that, or if it's going to go
So
misty on us.
you're going to the inn.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
one of it. Does one of us
Actually,
wanna
if you want to go to the
church
inn, I'll
then?
go to the church. Raidriar, you want to go to the trading post? We can split up.
Yeah.
If there's any point to it, I suppose.
Sounds good to me.
So who's going where first?
I'll head to the
Head-
church.
Raidriar, are you
Okay,
there?
you're heading to the church.
I'll go to the church too.
Oh, okay.
I'll accompany.
Okay.
I'm gonna see her, or
Why
I
not
think-
split up?
Kilvin's gonna go to the church. Ren's gonna go to the Riverside Inn. Raidriar, if you want to go to the trading post.
all right, I'll do that.
Okay. So church, Kilvin, right?
Yep.
And Raidriar, sorry.
Nope.
I'm going
Raidriar's
to the
going
trading
trading post. Yep.
Okay. We'll do the church.
Okay.
So, Kilvin, you approach this church, and it looks very similar to the other churches that you have seen in the past in Barovia. Almost the exact same layout.
So it's probably a Morning Lord church, I presume.
Yeah, and you enter, and you see a very large-built, bald man at the end of the hallway in the chapel, who's apparently, it looks like he's giving a sermon and just finishing up a blessing over a handful of children that are in this church.
Go kick him in the shins.
And he looks vaguely familiar to you.
Really? Okay. Once he's done giving his blessing, I'm gonna go walk up to the father.
Okay.
Greeting.
Oh, I haven't seen you around here.
Oh no, father.
Before?
I'm just passing through. Just wanted to come in and listen to your sermon. It sounded lovely.
Thank you. We do our best here.
Can I ask your name, father?
My name is Father Grigor.
Sounds a lot like Grigori.
And as you kind of eye it up, this guy looks very similar to Isaac. It's really weird.
Okay.
Oh, that's really weird.
What can you tell me
So-
about the town of Perez, father?
Well, I mean, I guess, who am I to deny knowledge to one asking around? If you're not from around here, be careful after sundown, as the horrible witch Baba Lysaga and her terrible hut stalk the woods and the woods around.
Oh. So avoid the woods at night.
Eerie.
If you're looking for supplies, though, the trading post might help.
Yes, that would be lovely. I might stop by that way. Let's see.
Any other questions you have?
Ask him about his arms.
I mean, does his arms look okay? Like they both look normal, I presume.
Yep.
Okay.
They look. Yep.
Shake his
Okay.
hand. Shake his hand. See if he burns you.
Okay. Well, yeah, I will try to shake his hand as a thing goodbye.
Okay. He says
Get a feel for it.
it feels normal, and
Alright, in that case, I will head to the trading post.
Okay.
Raidriar.
And actually, as you finish this conversation and leave, you see the mist start to coalesce and return, and you all, as you're heading to your destinations, feel it come as well. And you now find yourselves in a bedroom. It's dark out, and you're all kind of sitting here. You look down, and you appear to not have any corporeal forms. The woman that you know to be Irina Koliana rests peacefully in her bed. From the shadow in the corner of the room, Strahd von Zarovich rises as if separating himself from the night and shifting into a beacon of moonlight. He stares at her with a kindness not seen in his eyes for centuries. Tatiana. Tatiana. The young woman sits up in her bed, a haze swirls in her eyes, and she returns his longing stare. And you watch as the mists envelop you again, and once again now, you find yourselves once again standing in front of the burgomaster's mansion with Vasily at your side. And you look, as he goes, "Thanks for accompanying me again after yesterday. I have some more business I'd like to take care of in here, so feel free to once again roam the town."
So the day just reset, basically, like it's a new day, but we're going here again.
Mm-hmm.
Did Tux learn anything from trying to listen?
We learned about
Um,
Maria or
Right.
Marina.
Marina.
Marie.
So
yeah.
all of us just reset?
Mhm.
Or just talk? Oh.
Okay. Ren.
What happened?
So you all basically, Kilvin, after he so Tux talked to, or basically listened in on what was happening in the Burgomaster's mansion. Then Kilvin went and managed to get to the church before any of you had reached the other people.
Right.
And after Kilvin was finished talking to the church, the mist came. You witnessed what happened at the nighttime, and now you're back here
Okay.
on the second day.
Well, guys, I don't think
Oh.
we're going to get any more information here or from the church. Let's go to the trading post of the river.
Yep.
Yeah. I was there, and then we all of a sudden were here, so...
Yeah, let's try to sprint to the trading post now, I guess. Or which one seems most interesting? We might only have one more day.
Let's try to split it again. Let's try to go for 2.
Ren. Yeah. Let's go
Okay,
to the
let's go
two
for 2.
places. Yeah. So Ren heads back to the inn
Okay.
and walks inside. Do I see anything? Wait, shit. Should one of us try to sneak in and listen to what Strahd's doing with?
No,
the
it's not worth
Burgomaster?
it. It's not worth it. I don't think
Okay.
we're going to get any more information. And I don't think I'm
Okay.
going to be able to steal a tome or anything. So let's go to those 2 other places.
Okay.
I'll go with Kilvin to the trading post. And you guys go
Okay.
to the other place.
Okay.
Sure.
Alrighty. Let's do it. What do we see inside the inn?
Okay. So you're going to the River's End Inn first?
Yep.
Okay. As you come in here, you see a sort of bored and flippant demeanor woman sort of resting her elbows on the bar counter, and you see there's no other guests in here today, and she looks up at you and goes, newcomers, huh?
Ren walks straight up to her and grabs her by the front of her shirt and pulls her over the counter.
What?
Whoa, what are you doing? Hey! And she whacks you upside the head with a mug.
Do I get her across the counter first?
I mean, make an athletics check.
Can I choose athletics or acrobatics?
I mean, this would be more athletics because you're like just pulling
Fair
her
enough.
over the counter.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Okay, you managed to pull her over the counter.
All right.
What are you
I
doing?
put her in a half Nelson and go, tell us everything you know about Strahd.
What? The Lord? I mean, I know he's a vampire.
And you're okay with that?
I don't got much say in it now, do I?
Well, you got me there.
What?
What? Please let me go. What the hell is going on?
To do next.
Did you feel an
I-
illusion on her, or?
Yeah.
She
did
felt
I
like a
feel
real
anything
person,
strange?
right?
She felt like a real person?
It feels pretty real.
All right. Tell me. I tighten my half Nelson on her and go, tell me about this place. How long have you lived here?
My
I mean,
God.
Answer me now.
I mean, the church. There's a church. I don't know if there's a graveyard behind it. The father takes care of it. There's a rumor that the father used to be a vampire hunter. I don't know. There's that.
That's right.
The father was Gregor.
Apparently there's some gossip going around that the girl, the burgomaster's daughter, was adopted. She's found by the river.
Oh.
A young woman.
That's
But she's nice, I guess. I don't.
Don't give me excuses. Give me results!
What else do you want from me?
Have you ever
Says-
considered taking up rapping?
It says, what year is it?
I lead in. Do you eat ass?
answer the question.
Oh, wait, what did you say?
What year is it?
I don't.
Does
I
she
don't
have,
know.
like, a meaningful
The
answer?
year, man. It's a number.
The year.
4?
So Ren tightens his hold a little bit more and goes, "How do I kill Strahd? Tell me right now. Tell me now, book."
I mean, I've heard wooden stakes do wonders on vampires. I don't know much other than
Right.
that.
You would plot against Strahd von Zarovich?
Ren shifts his grip into a sleeper hold and chokes her out.
Just completely gaslighting these poor old people.
Okay, yeah, you watch as she passes out on the floor. Okay, Raidriar, and who else was with you at the trading post?
Raidriar and Ren were
Kilvin.
together. Me and
Ren
Kilvin went to
Ren was right there with you guys.
So confused. Who went where now?
Okay, I guess we weren't
Ren-
friends.
Originally, I was going to the trading post, but that changed.
Ren choked out the bar lady.
With Raidriar there, okay, and then Kilvin and Tux are at the trading.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
what I said at first, but
Yeah, let's go with that.
okay.
Okay.
My God.
How are we supposed to keep this plot line together if we can't even keep together who's going to what building?
Yeah.
I have
doomed.
48 pages of individual notes. There's probably 28 things I've missed so far just because there's so much stuff. Like, just looking through it in the past 5 minutes, I've been like, oh yeah, we didn't even think about this.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot
Anyways,
of things
you
we're
guys
missing.
reached Taltos's trading post.
Like, you guys remember Kazan? He
Yeah.
was Strahd's mage. Where the fuck did he go? Is he not a vampire, and why? And then there's a question of how is the sunlight sword not broken by Strahd in the first place?
I feel like you're insinuating that choking out the barmaid was not the thing we were supposed to do in that situation.
No, that was
That was
correct.
great. That was great,
correct.
Ren. That
I
was
think
wonderful.
That's how that story was supposed to go.
There's
Yeah.
also a guy with 2 heads who plays a flute. The fuck's that about?
Yeah, that's
His name is
the Abbey.
Silence.
That's at the Abbey. Yeah.
I wrote that in my notes.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about
Your notes are a mess, dude.
I have no idea what's gonna be relevant. My notes page is a fuck.
Okay,
Sorry.
Kelvin, let's get going.
I'm ranting. Continue.
God.
So you
Okay, we're at
guys,
the trading post.
you're at the trading post.
Oh my God.
Raidriar and Ren are falling apart.
Jesus.
Okay. What do we see? What's
Inside.
are there a lot of
You
people
come
here?
in, yeah. You see, what appears to be a couple. A very, colorfully dressed woman is sitting at the counter, seemingly tailoring some clothes behind it, knitting. And you see a man off to the side, sitting at a table, writing, scratching some down on some parchment, and he's got what appears to be an abacus, and he's moving things and stuff, and he goes, "Kala, I'm telling you, the numbers, they're not adding up. I don't know what's happening here."
Numbers missing.
And you see the woman turns and goes, "Oh, don't worry about it, honey. The business is doing fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Anyways, we got new customers."
Hi, we're here to trade.
That's not what you're supposed to do first in this story, don't you know by now?
I grab her across the counter.
Is that what you're doing?
Nope, because I can't reach above the counter. I'm a little gnome. I say, what you got? We're pretty well-known travelers here. We've got a lot to offer. So go ahead and tell us, what's the best thing you can offer us?
Well, I've got, standard stuff. We got rope.
I do like rope.
Rope is great.
Our beef jerky is killer.
We've got some backpacks. We got ball bearings, the huge.
Sure, yeah. Pretty great stuff.
Let's see. Any
Look-
any potions of any sort?
Do you trade information here?
Well, what you looking for?
We're trying to learn more, not just about Vasily, but about the Burgomaster in Marina. Do you got any juicy details on...
Yeah. Yeah, Marino, I heard she was found by the river and that the Burgomaster adopted her when she was young.
How young? How
But-
old?
Pretty young, but there's a kind of a weird rumor going around.
Oh, yeah?
No. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that he wants
nasty.
to undo the adoption and marry her. Ugh.
Oh. Okay.
Kind of-
Well, the Burgomaster's dead.
Oh, what?
I'm sorry. He is dead to rights on that deal. Anyway, what kind... That's some pretty good information. Did you know that Strahd himself wets his bed?
How you see she leans in. Really? How would you know that?
Don't
I
tell
was
anyone,
there.
but Vasily and Strahd are pretty close. Vasily is always telling us crazy stuff about Strahd. I've got a lot more stories to tell you, but
I
what
don't
more
know
can
who
you
this
tell me?
Vasily character is, but
Wait, I thought Vasily was here.
he sounds trustworthy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Vasily is very close to Strahd. Anyway, I've got more pretty great stories about him. What more can you tell us about the people here? I'm sure you know some pretty juicy rumors.
I mean, we're a pretty quiet town.
but
Father's report.
the small
Worried
towns are the
about
ones where
the-
the rumors run wild, though.
Terrible witch in the woods got most people scared.
Morgantha?
No.
No, Baba.
Oh, right.
There's rumors. People have said there's rumors that they've seen her hut, walking around even the night. But
That's
I think
kinda
those
wild.
people are just crazy, if you ask me.
Yeah, I bet there's no truth to that.
Do you know any gossip about Father Grigori?
Well,
Has he grown up here? Have you seen him as a kid?
no, but he is pretty fanatical priest, and he keeps warning everybody to stay in at night as he's afraid, the monsters that might come and nab you in the night.
Have you gotten a good look at his arm?
And I got something else, but you gotta promise me you ain't gonna tell anybody.
Oh, we won't be in town for long. Trust us.
And this information isn't cheap.
All right, Kilvin, go ahead and tell her the juicy story about Strahd.
Okay.
I want to see
What
Kilvin lie.
No. Don't do that.
Oh, rip. Okay.
What would you have in mind?
All right. If you don't want to tell her, I'll tell her.
Gold, perhaps?
Oh, okay.
Boring.
Okay.
A piece would suffice.
I toss her 2 pieces of gold.
Dump your
Cold.
bag on the counter.
No.
Your dream bag of gold.
No, I feel like stuff like that is permanent. I toss her 2 gold though.
Okay. She takes and goes, I was, you see she kind of hushes you to get closer as her husband's working. You see, I've been buying some things on the side with the business's money, and so I've been doing some odd jobs, to make up the rest.
Do you have an OnlyFans?
Oh, for
don't know what that
fuck's
is. But anyways, so I was out at night, and I caught the good father doing something.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was digging up bodies and then burning them out of the graveyard in the back of the church.
To think that a holy man would do something crazy like that. Looking
I
at
don't know what you're talking about.
He's burning bodies in the graveyard? That's... What's he doing with the
I know,
bones?
right? I don't know. And at that moment, you watch as the mists sort of coalesce again. And you all find yourself in the room, once again, the bedroom that you had done at the night before. And you watch as you see Strahd walk towards her, and she kind of sits up from the bed.
Are we talking about Marina's bedroom?
Yeah. mhm.
Okay.
Yep. And you watch as he approaches her. You see he opens his mouth, and sort of these pearled fangs protrude, and he plunges them into her neck. You see a geyser of blood sort of shoot out. And you see that Marina here almost seems to be enjoying this, it seems.
Wow, okay.
And
She
Strahd says, soon My love, you and I will share our eternity together, as we were always meant to. And the mists come again, and once again, you find yourselves at the front of the Burgomaster's mansion for day 3.
It's some outer wild shit.
All right, to the graveyard. Let's get going.
Yeah, okay.
Ren.
Anything else you guys want to follow up on? But I've definitely gone that way.
I look to Rin and Raidriar and I say, how did your trip go?
Just fine.
We found
Choose.
something very important. We'll have to tell you about it later. It's so important.
Okay.
He was very cooperative.
Oh, that's good. Our lady was, yeah, we bribed him with gold. What'd you guys do?
Nothing.
Okay. Well, anyway, can you think of anything?
Speaking.
There's some stuff in the graveyard, some rumors about Gregor.
We snaked her.
God damn it, Raidriar.
So you guys are all heading there?
Yeah, we said that stuff was burning at night. We're going to sneak our way around through the graveyard and look for signs of some ritual.
So you're just going to the church right now?
Yeah,
Or-
behind the church.
Okay. Okay, so you're just gonna sit in the graveyard behind the church?
We're going to
No, I mean,
investigate the
we're
graveyard
looking-
for signs
we're
of a
looking for
ritual.
the dude. Yeah, we're gonna look for
Okay.
the dude.
One of you guys can go try to talk to / distract Gregor.
I'll investigate the church as
Okay.
well as distract
Okay.
Gregor.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. So Kilvin, you enter and you see I'd assume that Tux would have let you know about what he saw in the manor in the mansion. And as you enter, you see Father Grigor talking to Laszlo in hushed tones. Grigor working on something to his side on the altar. And you see as you enter, Laszlo, they kind of stop talking, and Laszlo kind of steps to the side, and Grigor looks up and goes, "Oh, how can I help you today?"
Oh, not much, Father. Oh, just wanted to come back and visit your lovely church again. Don't mind me.
Okay. And as you approach, you see on the altar, you see holy water. You see a stake. You see garlic, a symbol of the Morning Lord, and a mirror, sort of spread across.
Was going hunting or something?
Oh no, just normal priestly things.
Uh-huh. Okay. Do you mind if I take a look around? Just to enjoy your...
Did he say he's doing priestly things?
Go right ahead. And you see he takes from the holy water and is kind of like sprinkling it over a few of the things here.
Okay.
You guys out back, you see the graves here. You kind of investigate, and they definitely have been disturbed.
Can we will things into
Strange.
existence like we're in a dream right now? That's not a
Doesn't
thing,
seem to
right?
work that way.
Okay, I try to will a shovel into existence, but
I tried to summon a Godzilla!
okay. Does anyone have anything to start digging? Do we want to check out these graves? They look like they've already been desecrated, so I guess let's find an open grave and see if the bodies are missing.
Yeah, let's inspect one of the graves. Can I look closely at it, see if I see anything missing or if I see any bones?
Well, so so it's sort of more like that. They look like the earth's disturbed. There's no open graves back here.
Okay.
It looks like someone dug it up and then refilled it back in.
That's interesting. All of the graves or just some of them?
Most of them. There's only few that you find that haven't been disturbed.
Ren
Do
says,
any names
well,
stand out?
None that you recognize.
Ren says, well, looks like this isn't getting us anywhere. Why don't we go talk to Gregor?
Yeah, let's go talk to Gregor.
Ren sprints towards the church.
Okay. You enter in and see Kilvin sort of meandering around, Laszlo sitting. sort of to the side, and the father.
Okay. Have you seen like the first Avengers movie?
Mm-hmm.
And you know where Scarlett Johansson's like fighting those dudes in a hallway, and she like jumps and grabs the dude's head with her legs and then flips him over her back?
Yeah.
I do that to Gregor.
I almost spit water out of my nose. Thank you.
Make a acrobatics check. 20. Okay. Yeah, so you leap and you watch as you actually knock some of these things off the altar here, and he grunts out like, "Oh God, what the fuck!" And you see Laszlo kind of step up and walk towards you. He now brandishing a dagger and pointing at you, Ren.
All right. Ren, when Gregor lands, asks, "Are you married?"
What?
Because you happen to look like someone that I know. Who might be your descendant.
As you say this, fuck. You asked,
Are you married?
"Are you married?" Okay. No. The priest of the Morning Lord can't take. What? And you see Laszlo kind of points his dagger at you, more now Ren, and says, "You must be a servant of that devil Strahd. I won't let him take Marina. I won't let him."
Ren turns to the burgomaster and says, "Well, depending on how old she is, it won't matter if he takes her or not."
And as you say that, the mists begin to form and take you all once again.
I feel like we're missing something. Well, I know that we're missing something, but go ahead.
White light of the moon melds with the deep crimson pooling beneath a ghostly nightgown. Marina Ulrich's body lies still with a stake embedded in a gaping wound in her chest.
Oh.
The Dark Lord of Barovia weeps, and he leaps without thought toward her. But before he can hold her cold hand, her pale skin grays and dissolves into vapor. Marina is gone. The celestial light filling the bedchamber is dulled. Storm clouds coalesce overhead. Thunder cracks and lightning strikes. This is still, by the way, the bedroom of... Yep.
Yeah.
The storm buckles Laszlo Ulrich and Father Grigor to their knees, prostrate before their dread lord. Grigor draws something from his robes and plunges with all his weight towards Strahd. The vampire claw catches the priest's wrist and snaps his arm in two. Lightning paints the sky outside, and in its revealing flash, the burgomaster is bathed in a red mist erupting from what was, only moments ago, Grigor. Laszlo is dragged to his feet. His pleas for forgiveness are pressed by the shattering of glass, and with a point, Strahd catapults Laszlo's flailing body into the storm outside.
Yay!
Hurricane winds batter the exposed room and lift you into the skies. The already murky clouds of Barovia deepen in their sorrow. The torrential, horizontal rain and outraged winds emulate their lord's fury. Lightning bolts seize into a cage of electricity that surges through the soil. An inky darkness eclipses Strahd, form a devilish shape cast against the streaks of lightning in the storm. I once believed that I had but one lifetime to suffer. I now recognize it is not only my lot to live eternally, but to suffer eternally as well. I will grant you no such honor. Your death will be eternal, but dying will be painful. I will be certain of that. The burgomaster's boots cannot find purchase in the bog. Watery vortexes surge around him. A roar harsher than the thunderous cloud rises from the ground. Walls of water climb hundreds of feet into the air, condensing the power of the storm and the maelstrom of the Luna River into tidal waves that lay waste to the town below. The shifting river's current, now littered with wreckage, ebbs. Strahd remains airborne, peering over the decimation left in his wake. And the mists take you once again, and you see Strahd walk out. Nearly half a century had passed, and I'd grown accustomed to the pain of mourning. Then to have her return, to have a glimpse of the paradise that lay before us, and then to lose her again, it was too much. Despairing, I wallowed in the mud and gave in to the grief. And you're all, for the last time, ejected from the Tome.
That at least tells us a little bit about the reincarnation cycle that Irina goes through.
That's true.
Kind of, yeah.
We can compare that with what the abbot said, that she shows up every 20 years or so.
Tux, you can now cast Control Water once per dusk.
Hey!
Not exactly what I expected from the end of the Tome, but...
Yeah, I mean, I'm a waterbender now, and a firebender, but...
You got the 5th level ability to talk to an actual god, and now you can make waves. But hey, if it's against vampires,
That's true. That's a good
pretty
point.
powerful.
Yeah.
Kilvin and I are going to run
everybody.
a train on Strahd.
So, I had Strahd's meeting already all planned out.
You guys are still doing... let me write down to cut this out real quick.
If we have... I did want to check out the Martikovs at some point between now and Argynvost, so if that's something we could do.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah. You guys can all just message me and stuff. I mean, this will be true downtime. There won't literally be anything happening.
Okay.
Sure.
So if there's anything people want to do, I will say though, after the third night, so not, this would be the third night, so the third day, a raven does come with a message.
Okay.
And then I'll show this, and then we'll end it there.
The third night? Ooh, I like the third night. The
Who
third
wants
night
to read
is
this
fun
out
night.
loud?
I'm good at reading.
Go for it, Ren.
Okay, so message from Elder Esmeralda says, "Hello, and I hope this message finds you all in good health. I scoped out the mansion rumored to house those old knights. I have a little bit of info that I hope you will all find useful. I only spent a little time here as I wanted to keep chasing that rumor you all mentioned about that mysterious temple, so here's what I found. The main entrance is on the west side and appears to be unlocked. The building stands roughly 3 floors tall. Large balusters adorn the corners of the structures from the roof. The south side has been torn apart. It may be an alternative entrance to the front, but it is covered in thick cobwebs, so giant spiders, cool beans. There is a graveyard to the east side. At the back of it is an ornate-looking mausoleum of some sort. It has many dragon motifs adorning it. There's an entrance into the castle attached to the graveyard as well. There's a portcullis on the north side, which may be an entrance, but from what I could tell, it's completely stuck. There's definitely some sort of haunting going on. I believe I spotted a few spectral figures patrolling the roof. As for finding information about the temple, I believe the Dusk Elf you all mentioned may have found its location and its ties to the Knights. Apparently, Casimir managed to get his hands on a few books that mentioned the history of the Order of the Silver Dragon. According to them, the Order of the Silver Dragon was put in place to guard hidden dark secrets not meant for the average mortal to come across. Another source pointed towards the Gakis mountain to the south. He believes that he has pinpointed the location of the temple to a place in the mountain named Rhymespire. Casimir says he has plotted a course through the mountain that we can leave with him whenever we wish. There may be another problem, though, as the legends say that the Order placed a fearsome beast in the mountains to prevent anyone from reaching the temple, but who knows if that's true. And I would love it if it's a dragon, because we're playing Dungeons & Dragons. As for now, I am going to continue on my way past Vallaki in search of Richten. I don't trust myself not to cause trouble for you all when Strahd shows up in Kresk, and you have all earned my respect enough that I want to follow your wishes in some way. Let me know when he is gone and we can meet up for our trek into the mountains. Keep me updated on what you find at Argynvost Holt as well. There may be some information there useful for our journey." Ta-da!
Dang.
That's not how you spell Casimir. I don't care if that's how it's spelled in the module. It's wrong.
Well,
Everything in this module is spelled weird.
I think that's intentional.
Did I get it wrong? Where is it? Where is it written?
Second paragraph. Second
Okay, yeah, there
sentence.
should be an I. That second A should be an I. That was my bad.
Oh, it is different? Oh, I was just making a joke.
It should be Casimir, so
Funny.
Kasimir.
Oh, I didn't mean to be a dick. I was trying to make a joke.
Type that.
Funny.
Oops. I
Okay.
feel bad.
So hopefully Dungeon and Dragon.
Yeah.
But also,
Yeah.
yeah, I was looking
Yeah.
back through my notes, and I realized something that Rickton told us a long time ago. That sunlight sword,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's probably going to talk to us.
Oh. Because of course it
Because-
would, you know?
Okay.
Because Rickton said it had a soul trapped in it.
Oh.
Oh.
It's not Sergei's soul, we know that. So whose soul is in that fucking sword?
Maybe it's Strahd's soul.
What if?
Who knows?
Who knows? This was fun, though.
Also, there's another relic in Argynvost Holt that's similar, and it also produces sunlight.
Okay.
Also, as
Wait,
as
say that
before,
again?
there's another relic in Argynvost Holt that can turn undead and make sunlight. At least according to Rickton, from what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
And also, we were all talking about Artemis Fiditov, but we kind of glossed over Kazan. Because, like, if you think back to the original Fortune, it was the Wizard's Tower, let his name and servant guide you to what you seek. I don't know what that was supposed to mean in terms of the riddle, but that means his name and servant. His name, the Wizard, was Kazan, and then his servant must have been Artemis.
Not sure.
Could be.
But then that means, like, okay, we have Artemis and we have Kazan. Kazan was a wizard.
Right.
What the fuck happened to them? Did they
They
die of
probably-
old age?
Do we
probably
need to go
just
back to
died.
the windmill?
Kazan was Kazan was a wizard. But also we found out that Strahd didn't know that the tower was scrying proof. But it was built by his, like, peons. So,
When did you find? When did? Wait. Why do you think Strahd didn't realize it?
Because when Tux was talking to Strahd, and we was talking about where Rickton was, he said, "Oh, he was at the tower." And then Strahd says, like, "Oh," he said something about, like, directing his attention to it, like he didn't really investigate it very much in the past.
But that tower is really old, so I feel like he would have known.
Potentially,
There you
don't
go.
know.
I thought it was implied that he was like, "Oh, it's immune from."
Are you going to
Strahd.
work
Oh, I'll have to-
interest, Kilvin?
Yeah, get ready for work.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Good session.
Bye.
This was
Next session's
fun.
going to be interesting.
Sorry if those. I really apologize if those last tome chapters we kind of blew through them, but
No, wait,
no,
that's what we
it's
wanted.
just what they are.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah.
It
Games are
gave
too
us a
long
lot of
these days.
story, though. Yeah.
There's a lot
just
to come
felt-
over here. I'll try to. I
Yeah,
will.
Sorry if the session was me talking for most of it. rather
No,
than you
that's what we wanted. That is
You did
legitimately.
good, though.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it made sense.
There's a lot to come over here.
Yeah.
It probably didn't make for the most, engaging session, but it's a session I'm going to listen to a couple times.
I don't know. My notes expanded significantly, so I'm happy with it.
My notes started at like 10 pages, now they're like 12.
Yeah.
Now at the top of my question list is, why does Strahd not want to fucking kill us?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I still haven't figured that one out. The only thing that
I
confuses
were
me
in
is
your-
why would you allow Raidriar and Kilvin to live? I mean, you've seen how quickly I've grown as a wizard over these last 2 weeks. I mean, there's very little stopping me from one day becoming the most powerful wizard in all of Barovia. And you can say the same for my party. I don't think you have a death wish, so why are you allowing someone like Raidriar to live?
Tux, I've been around for a long, long time. If I were afraid of what you'd become, I would have already destroyed you by now. But no matter what, in the end, we all know how this story finishes.
I like the
you know
challenge.
that. I think you know that deep down, Tux.